Yeah, you know with KD the laughing stock niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say Elijah's swishy, but we're making noise from the top of the charts. Here the people rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
How's it going? We are active. We are unmuted. We are live.
You are active. I am not active. I am blind today.
Blind as a bat.
No, bats.
Actually, did you know bats don't? Not all bats are completely blind.
No, they're not completely blind.
Some of them have got pretty good, visuals. It's just they're in pitch black, so the ears are better.
Well, they haven't got good visual.
No, some have got pretty good vision. Some have got vision almost on par with human vision.
So right now, a bat is less blind than me.
Some of them, yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay. Okay. In that case, then yeah, I am. A bat is as blind as a KD.
Yes, there you go.
That's the saying.
That's the way. Everyone knows that's always been the saying. Anyway, welcome to. Whoa,
The fuck is wrong with her?
the cat is on one, ladies and
Fucking
gentlemen. I don't know what she's decided she's hunting.
It wasn't just. Until the last second, I can't see. She's on crack. You need to start. I don't know. Being a Christian.
Fuck Christianity. We're way beyond that now. We've got to
Okay,
start. We've got to start just going straight to the source, to the Dark Lord himself. Just gotta,
Say,
we're just gonna say, yo, Satan, you've been in here. You're obviously fucking with the cat. All right, yeah. Let's have a little read of the old satanic Bible bit of Anton LaVey.
Yeah, I found that the other day. I didn't know I had that still. That's the hippies.
We do need to do the idea originally with that one actually was to do a you read that, and I read the prose edda, the Viking text.
Oh,
And we did like a comparison. That was the original idea, but that was ages ago.
yeah, but I don't think that would work exactly like that though, because
No.
reading the actual text,
It's very
you'd
different.
read something in yours that had fuck all to do with anything.
Yeah.
I'd read something in mine that had fuck all to do with anything else, and then we couldn't compare them because.
No, but you compare like the teachings and stuff, and like, oh well, what about this? What do they think about
Yeah, so
this?
we'll use AI. Easier.
Yeah, it is easier.
I don't want to read them. I want something else to read them for me. You tell me.
We're all about ease of use and fucking squishy logic, ladies and gentlemen. We don't try too hard here.
Either of
We
you
try
try.
just hard enough to give you a great show.
I am not able to do anything today though, so it's going to be down to you more than anything.
Yeah. that's
Well, I
fine.
mean, we don't do any. I don't know what I'm on about. We don't do anything
What
anyway.
do we do?
Yeah.
We just talk at a camera.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. I can't read anything. I'm blind, just so everybody knows.
Everybody's aware.
I've lost my glasses. I don't
That-
have contacts.
Yeah.
I'm blind.
He's deaf in one ear. He's blind in both.
Oh yeah, I'm deaf in
eyes.
one ear
It's,
too. I'm fucked right
yeah,
now.
yeah, he's struggling.
I am got. Yeah. Damn. What other senses are there? Feel. I should be able to keep a hold on that one actually.
Yeah, the smell.
Smell. Well, actually, I'm a bit blocked up right now.
Yeah,
Actually.
well, there you go. Yeah. People talk about the sixth sense.
Yeah.
They always go like, you got sight, sound, touch, smell, and whatever the fuck the other one was. I can't remember the 5.
Sight, sound. What? Sight, sound,
Sight,
touch,
sound, touch,
smell, feel. Oh, touch,
No, yeah. What was the other one?
taste. I said that?
Taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people always forget that you do actually have a sixth one that people are all have and no one's aware of. You are aware of where your body is.
Oh, well, yeah. Is that
Even
when
if you've
somebody's
got your
behind
eyes,
you?
even if you've
Yeah.
got your eyes closed, you are fully aware of where your arm is in relation to the rest of your body. Your body has a geological map of where it is, and now that is technically something to do with feel, but it's not the same as feeling because you're not actually feeling it.
Yeah, no, do feel.
You know what I mean? You're just
Yeah.
aware of what your body feels like in certain positions.
Well, sometimes you think you are, though. Sometimes it's wrong.
Some
It's very easy to
you
get
can
it wrong.
but a lot of sensations can be
Yeah.
fucked over in that way. It's like in particular if you sort of cross your feet over.
Yeah, that's this. Yeah, I
and
know
you
it's
sort
to
of-
do
yeah,
with
you can
crossing.
end up sort of like itching the wrong part of your foot because you feel like that's the wrong. Yeah,
And moving the wrong part as well, or you're
Yeah.
confused when you're looking. You're like, oh, I'm not sure.
yeah. And you're like, what? Why did that toe wiggle? Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
It's the left one, right?
It's when you like cross your fingers and stuff. I know there's a way to do it.
Yeah,
Crossing your fingers.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I wasn't trying to do a gang sign here. I was trying to.
so trying to figure it out the way to do it because there is a way to
West-sided.
completely confuse your things. I can't remember what it is.
Confuse your fingers.
Yeah, there's a way to completely confuse your body into which hands which and which arms which. I can't remember how you do it.
Well, I think it's probably what we're talking about, crossing over.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's crossing it over, but there's something else you've got to do alongside it as well. I don't know if it's just got to stay there for a long amount of time.
Get
whether
drunk.
Yeah, there's something disassociative you can do with it as well. where
Get
you
high.
sort of- yeah, I mean that'll probably help. If you're on acid, your feet probably both look like they're the same thing anyway. They just sort of meld into one.
I'd like to be on acid right now because I can't see shit.
No,
Like everything's a blur to me right now.
that'd be amazing. If do you imagine if when you're on LSD, your hallucinations would be crisp and clear, or
No.
would they also be blurry like your other vision?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Right now, then
Yeah. So, like,
I'll
would
probably
you-
get crisper
yeah. I think crisper.
because as you get higher, it gets crisper.
It does a bit. It does a bit.
A tiny bit.
Tiny bit, especially after taking a little bit of mushrooms. I've always found every time I've done like a small amount of mushrooms, the following day everything's in HD.
I want to do mushrooms. That's my next one. I want to do.
Mushrooms are fun.
I never had mushrooms.
Yeah.
But I've
I've only
never
had-
liked hallucinogenic stuff. But
Yeah.
I know that's not.
Not
really.
all of them. It depends on the strain.
Well, yeah, but it's
Depends entirely on
even
the strain.
the hallucinogenic. Well, obviously, if you're going crazy. Yeah. But like your normal psilocybin or whatever it is.
Yeah. For the most part, it's body high and sort of this sort of weird laughter feeling.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not like the what people think of like hallucinogenic in regards to acid. Nothing like that.
yeah. All of the stuff where you see like there's a bit where in Family Guy where Brian takes a bag of mushrooms and he ends up in this weird trip for hours. That's less likely to happen on mushrooms. That's far more likely to happen on LSD or
can't remember one
DMT. More realistically, as
Yeah.
well. Like, DMT will take you completely out of your body to a whole other fucking environment. But
Yeah, called when you're dreaming. You just
yeah,
asleep.
essentially, yeah. That's.
I mean,
literally
I've
what it
seen when
is.
you're on DMT, you are just asleep.
Well, your body releases DMT when you're dreaming. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as in when you take DMT, like, you're not up and walking around, are you? Isn't it one of the ones where you just?
I'm
sit
not
back?
sure. I'm not sure.
I was assumed.
I always assumed as well because like you're supposed to go like catatonic. to a certain
Oh, well, there you
extent.
go then.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's everyone. If you know what I mean.
Right, if you're not taking. Oh, maybe that's what they
ayahuasca-
say about if you take, because you need to take enough to shoot off high enough, don't you?
Yeah, but also ayahuasca. It does seem like people sort of have waves, kind of like you'd have a wave with like an MDMA thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Where it's like they sort of move around a little bit. They're a little bit aware, then they're deep in it again. Then they move around a little bit. They're a little bit aware, deep in it again.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I'd like to take like ayahuasca with a proper like the shaman. And
Oh
all that.
yeah. But the problem is there's so many dodgy shamans. Out
Yeah, you gotta really try and figure out the right one.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
You go for the most expensive. you go for the ones that celebrities go to.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say though, we have learned from celebrity stuff that you can't just trust the most expensive.
No, that's true.
Diddy's parties were expensive.
Diddy's parties were very expensive. Lot of lube.
Oh, yeah.
Thousands and thousands of gallons of lube.
Well, no, 1,000 bottles, so like 1,000 gallons.
Yeah, but that was only one of his supplies. You got to be. There's got to be more.
Do you know he had an island?
I
Well, he's
bet
got an
that's
island.
full of fucking baby oil.
Oh, yeah.
Just a parking lot.
Do you know what it's
full of it.
called though?
Oh god. I think,
Like,
I think you
it's,
told me this before. Actually,
it's very like considering he's all about like creativity.
yeah.
It's very uncreative.
Was it Buttfucker Island?
No, that would be quite creative. compared. It's Love Island.
Yeah, you see. Yeah,
That's-
yeah. I don't want Diddy's former love.
Yeah, whoa, no, Diddy Love.
Diddy love ain't good love.
Diddy Love ain't good love,
Diddy
definitely.
love ain't good love. There's one thing we've learned over the past few years. Diddy love is bad love.
Has it been that long? Yeah.
I mean, it
I
must
can't
have been at
think-
least a year, considering when
Been at
that
least a year,
first-
yeah.
that video came out. So it's like a year and a half.
That video is not a year old, I don't think. The
I think it is.
really funny first half one.
Yeah, I think it is.
It might be actually.
I
yeah.
think it is about that old because I think we were talking about it about the same time last Were we talking about the same time last year? Was it like I don't know anymore.
I don't know, man.
Time is a
mold.
fucking made up thing.
Especially right now for me. Like I feel like I can't even figure out in front of me, let alone time.
Yeah.
Like
Yesterday, I was like, hang on, is it the end of the week? Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fucking Thursday. No, it's Friday. Fucking what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, it's normal to have like a day or two out though.
Yeah, but that's been like constant for me recently. Normally, I can sort of.
You in
edge it back
Amsterdam?
in. Yeah, but even then,
Obviously.
Amsterdam's only an hour difference.
Yeah, but I mean, you're in Amsterdam. You put stuff in. You're in Amsterdam.
He's pretty good in Amsterdam.
It takes time to mold back in.
Yeah, it does. It does. I wish I could have stayed out there. Fucking hell, that would have been way more fun.
Well,
If I lived in Amsterdam, I would have a coffee shop that was a stand-up.
surely that's got to already be a thing.
There's
over there.
literally, you would have thought that would have been like 80% of the places. Not 80%, but like you'd at least have like 3 or 4 of those places. There's one. From what I
Wow.
can tell, there was one.
Wow. Well, okay.
Fucking open market.
Yeah, that really is.
Like, Jesus Christ. You're literally giving people the thing that makes them laugh at stupid shit.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
people
yeah,
up
yeah.
on the fucking stage,
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
What are you doing?
That's better than
Than alcohol
that's
by a
better-
lot.
much
Because you're
better
going to
than
have
alcohol.
less issues with alcohol because the people are going to be so stoned. They're just going to be like,
they're going to be listening and watching.
Yeah.
They're not going to be getting up and be like, whoa, ah.
Yeah, they're not going to be having a conversation with their mate about the fucking football. They can't even remember the football.
It's true. They're so much more likely to actually pay attention.
Yeah.
And phase out. So, like, some of them would just, like, not even be listening to the joke. But that's not all of them.
No. And it would be great for the fucking acts as well. Because they're on the stage, aren't they? They're slightly higher up. And as we all know, the smoke's going to rise. So you can just sit there going,
That's
like,
true,
I'm just
actually.
enjoying all of your free second-hand weed.
That's true. That's very true, yeah.
Yeah. I'm into this, man.
But it'd be funny though if somebody doesn't smoke weed though, and that, you know, like, and then like the further they go into the
Oh,
act, the more
yeah.
powdery they get in.
Yeah.
That'll be even more fun for everyone
That'd be
to watch.
amazing. Yeah, in like the first 15 minutes are normal, and then like by the 30th minute, it's deteriorated into him screaming in a fucking agonizing pile on the stage.
I could see it. See, I'd be entertained by that.
Oh, I would.
I'd be very entertained.
So much fun.
You know, yeah, do more people speak English out there?
Loads of everyone speaks English.
That's all right.
Everyone speaks English.
Because I wouldn't want to be listening. I wouldn't want to pretend that I find like a Holland speaker.
Dutch.
Dutch, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah. The
Well,
Dutch are from Holland, and they speak Dutch.
That's confusing. That's going to confuse a lot. If you've got an area where everybody's high, that's confusing.
It's like the Danes and Denmark and the Germans call it Deutschland, even though they refer to themselves as German. It's like,
I don't
guys,
think they convert. I don't think they refer to themselves
No.
as German. They refer to themselves as Deutschman.
I don't think they do.
Not German. And German's ours. German's English.
Is it?
Yeah. German's an English name for it.
I've been...
I think it was Deutschland. I think that's
Yeah,
what they called
Deutschland
it.
is what they call the country.
Yeah, so they called Deutsch.
No, that's the language, sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Yeah. What were we on about?
But I don't think they actually refer to themselves
Oh.
as Deutsch.
They can't call themselves German. That doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know.
sense. I would chat GPT, but I can't.
Yeah, fuck that.
I just don't care. I need a chat GPT that I can just
It's
talk
the
to.
Germans. Do we really? Need to-
Hey. Germans are very
I'm
cool.
learning German. I have respect for Germans, but at the same time, they're not listening.
There's one German listening.
Is there?
Right here, baby.
Oh, right, yeah.
German with 2 thumbs right here. I'm not
Well,
German. I'm actually
Was
completely
German
English,
with 2
but-
thumbs and can't see shit.
Me.
Yeah.
I did somehow though, while being blind, I did watch a cool little documentary.
Ooh.
Shotgun Man.
Shotgun.
You ever heard of that Shotgun Man?
Shotgun Man sounds like the best superhero.
It's not.
Is
It's not.
he a villain?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of a villain.
He's an anti-hero.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, yeah, you know what? He's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero, right? So he's on the same sort of spectrum as like a bit of a Deadpool almost. Are we going Deadpool anti-villain, or are we going Venom anti-villain?
Probably more Venom.
More Venom,
He's more angry.
more angry.
He's very angry.
he's not a happy Canuck.
He's really not happy actually at all. No, he is an angry man. I forget his name because hello, cat. Because I couldn't read it.
Okay, good start.
So
Yeah.
he had a name, though.
Yeah, he does have one. It's not super shotgun guy.
And he was angry at somebody else who has a name,
Okay,
who was the CEO of a place that has a name.
awesome.
But the problem was when he went into this place,
Yeah.
the CEO wasn't there.
Oh.
So it was like, you know what? I'm going to take the son instead.
Oh, so he just did a kidnapping.
Oh no, yeah, this is complete kidnapping.
Straight up kidnapping.
This is a straight up kidnapping.
That's not a very heroic thing. I think you're right. I think this guy is an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's not a hero. It's a straight up kidnapping. But he was an older guy that he kidnapped. You know, it's not like he kidnapped a kid.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was like, oh well, he's his son, so he's gonna be like 12 or something.
No.
He's like a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, he's an old man.
kidnap as many 32-year-olds.
He works at the place too. You know, he's like, okay, well, he's just as comparable.
Yeah.
He literally says later on, he's like, this wasn't the guy, but I'm sure he did stuff to deserve it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that methodology. Well, he didn't actually do the crime, but he's probably a prick.
Probably not wrong.
Yeah.
So what do you think Shotgun Guy did when he went into the place and got the
I
guy?
imagine it involves a shotgun.
Yeah,
I imagine
there's no
went,
wrong there.
you're coming with me or I'm going to shoot you with this shotgun.
No.
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 Oh, okay.
It's like, you're coming with me or you're going to shoot yourself with a shotgun.
Ooh.
Or you're going to get shot by the shotgun. I don't even have to shoot you with the shotgun.
The shotgun is just going to shoot you
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. Literally.
Oh. This
So-
is a saw exercise of some kind.
Pretty much.
Holy shit.
So he set up a thing. He took a shotgun. It was a one-barrel one.
Right.
He sawed it off like a sawn off.
Fuck.
And he took a fishing wire. And basically what he did was, I don't know the exact methodology behind it, but he had the fishing wire around the guy's neck,
Right.
set up in a way, and it was close enough so that it was like right up to it.
Yeah.
If you pulled away too much,
It would fire.
it would fire.
Oh, fuck.
And if
So if
any,
you tried to take it off, it would also fucking
we couldn't take it
fire.
off.
Yeah.
Couldn't take it off.
Because it would fire.
Oh, he could stop it, like, if he let go of it in a certain way or something.
Oh, I'm sure he could.
Yeah. But
I'm sure there's one thing you want to have in your shotgun trap. It's an ability to disarm it should you choose to do so.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But he also had it set up as well so that if anything happened to him,
Yeah.
it would shoot. And it was so close so that no matter what angle, it would always hit him
Fuck.
because it was like right up and it's a shotgun to
Yeah.
the back of the head.
Yeah.
So he would guide him along like this, holding it into him. Because it was
Oh,
all
Jesus.
together anyway.
Christ.
This went on it was about 63 hours all in all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't a short one.
Oh my fucking lord. That's horrible. Just a guy with a shotgun strapped to the back of your head.
But at least he went into his work to get him.
Yeah.
At least they didn't stay there though.
Oh right.
They had a journey.
Oh, did they go to Chuck E. Cheese?
No. Close.
Close.
Where did they go actually?
Oh fuck.
I bet they just went to his house in the end, but they had to leave the place, walking along. Then did they get in a car? I don't think they got in a car. I think they walked
Oh fuck
to
that.
his house.
Jesus.
And they got to his
fuck.
house and realised that his house was set up so that it was an exact copy of the workplace he got him from. So he had been training, I guess, to make sure. What?
This guy has
He's
got
been
a
trained.
real problem.
Oh, well, basically what happened was
No, yeah, explain the backstory
the
because
backstory.
we've just done the sort of the cold open
Cold
of the
open,
movie
yeah.
where he walks him in,
Yeah.
carrying him by the back on the shotgun, like just pushing through the door. Why does this look like my office?
Yeah,
Scene.
got him all the way home. Got him all the way home.
Yeah, and then we cut back to how all this began.
That's like 10 hours in. There's still like another 50 odd hours, yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, that's how that goes, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
you always-
exactly.
that's a perfect movie. We've sorted this.
Yeah. So, the place that took money off him.
I mean, that's usually a good start.
Long story short,
Yeah.
yeah, it just, you were supposed to give me money, you didn't give me money.
You're
Where's my
gonna
money?
fucking pay one way or another.
Basically,
fucking
that's
right.
exactly it. And then obviously he wanted the boss. The boss wasn't there. He was like, "Well, I got to take somebody. I'll take the boss's kid."
Yeah.
Scene.
And again, as we know, this kid isn't a kid. He's like 30 something. He's fine. No
Oh,
cares.
like he said, I'm sure he's done something to deserve this. He said he's in this power. He's in this position too. He's like he is in the company as well. He was like, I'm sure he did something to deserve it.
Yeah. But what?
Oh, he probably did, man. Like the trap was amazing though. Like, you know,
Do you have a lighter?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Nice.
like the level he went to, man.
I mean, it's unusual.
There is footage of it on the YouTubes.
Mm.
I would find some of it, but I can't. Physically, I can't. But it's there. Well, actually, a lot of it got taken off, actually, from what I remember.
To be fair,
hearing.
physically you can't. And also, if we tried to play anything through this at the moment, it would immediately stop the stream.
Not the Rumble one.
Oh, really?
Rumble's like free speech, baby.
Oh, no, I thought it just meant if we played the video, it would just stop. Because, you know, we're having trouble playing video.
Oh, okay. In that
Yeah.
sense, maybe, yeah. We'll be rolling the dice a little
Rumble's
bit.
been pretty good, but there is one thing we've struggled with so far, and it's playing video. So if anyone knows a fix for that, please let us know in the live chat. Speaking of live chat, let's have a little jump over there now. What the cat doing?
What?
We've got.
You got to read it out to me. I can't see shit.
We've got Agnak to come back.
What is it? A person?
That's an interesting. How do you pronounce that exactly? Can you do me the phonetics on that? Sorry,
I was literally about to say, how are
only
they going
just
to tell
jumped
you?
Yeah, we've only just jumped in, but yeah, the cat. We have no idea what she was doing. She's decided to calm down now, wherever the fuck she is.
She's sleeping.
She's
somewhere.
probably asleep.
I
But
don't know why I'm
yeah.
looking around like I can find her.
So how reaction in this stream work? Right. So basically, now we're looking at the stream. We'll let you know.
What?
I'm just answering the comments on the live, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So as far as Shotgun Saturday, man, 63 hours. You had him there. They did not. Well, don't get me wrong though. When they were in the flat, you know, they weren't held together the whole time. He would also go and take him into the bathroom, tie him to the toilet and stuff.
Right.
Because sometimes when he was talking to him, you know, he would be absolutely fine. Then other times he would just get aggressive out of nowhere.
Yeah, this person.
So he
sounds
talked
like
to him
she's
into
got-
taking him to the toilet rather than being attached to the shotgun the whole
Yeah.
time.
Anyone who is making a set for their demise of their boss's son is going to be a fucking psycho. This guy has literally created part of his house to look like the office to make this more dramatic.
Oh no!
I mean,
no,
Jesus
he was
Christ.
training. Is what? No, he didn't do it because he was trying to scare the crap out of him.
Right.
For all we know, at the beginning of it, he never actually planned to take him back to the house. We
Right.
don't know.
Okay.
This was there because he was training. You know what I mean? He had it set up like the place he went to go and get him
Oh right,
from.
so he was doing like a sort of an SAS style sort of training
Yeah.
regimen before he went
Didn't
in.
it? He wasn't like just being like, I'm gonna screw with him.
I
I'm gonna bring him back.
genuinely thought that's what he was doing. He's like, and now you will live in this office for the rest of your life.
I mean, we know that. I'm not just assuming. We know that he was training.
Yeah.
He was training himself, man. He was like coming up with all these different variables. The variable he didn't come up with was that maybe the boss wouldn't be there.
Problem that one.
The variable he forgot to think about.
Yeah. Bosses actually quite often are not in the building. If any of the bosses that I've ever worked for have been something to be compared to, then yeah, the vast majority of bosses spend their time out of the building having fancy lunches, which they call meetings. Yes, they're called meetings, don't you know?
Or meetings that they don't have in the evening, but they're called illegal parties.
Oh no, they're still meetings because if
They're
it's
still
if
meetings.
it's called a meeting, then you can make it tax deductible.
But they never oh, okay.
Because then you're entertaining guests, don't you know?
But what about like if it was the middle of a pandemic and they weren't supposed to have any parties? What would you call
Ooh.
it then? Secret party, a Diddy party,
It was a bunga bunga party, that one.
bunga bunga party.
Oh yes.
Okay, that's what this guy wanted. He wanted a
himself
bunga
bit of
bunga party
bunga.
with the owner,
Yes.
but he couldn't have it in the end. So he had to settle for the owner.
I do apologise for coughing. I have just got over a cold and I have a horrible chest. Whilst
Just a horrible chest. That's it.
Just
Not
in
a chest
general.
infection, just a horrible chest.
you don't want to see what's under here, bro.
Oh, I don't. Well, I can't. So it's fine.
it's just swear words inked in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was watching a bit of what's it called now? Naked Attraction.
Oh yeah.
And there were
Yeah.
swear words inked in on these people. There were tattooed people. I
You
watched
see-
it with Mum weirdly.
You what?
Mum was watching it. I started watching it with her.
Yeah, I mean that is
Watching
always...
it, I had to go right to the TV. Obviously.
Yeah, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see shit.
And if you're watching it, I want to see.
Yeah, if someone's going to be naked, I'm going to be seeing that.
You know what it was though? There was it was like 3 girls that were tattooed girls. I was like, hey, this is my thing. I was like, so I went for the one or that one, and he went for the same. And I was like, you know what though? She's got those aloof eyes. She's either crazy or just really flaky.
Yeah.
I know
Where-
some alternative. Where the fuck did you come from? There? I know some alternative girls like that. They're flaky.
That's what
looking.
the cat doing.
Kitty. Hello. Yeah, and I was like, she looks a bit aloof.
Yeah.
She looks like someone I
No,
used to know.
there's
And
so-
she did though. She didn't turn up after the date.
Ah, you see.
She fucking aloofed him. She flaked on him.
You picked it out. You saw it. You saw it coming.
I didn't get that far.
You're amazing if it did. What a show.
Well, no, I think surely there's got to be some kind of naked attraction after show thing. No?
Where they just boned.
Yeah. Is it not a show where, like, there is a show where people go in and I'm not taking the piss. There is a show where people go in
Oh, the
and
box.
that's it.
Yeah.
The box, yeah.
Yeah, that was on for like a season.
I like how you knew what it was straight away. Then.
Yeah.
You
No,
were into that
because it was
season.
like it was such a weird fucking show. They
It was
literally,
went into a box and fucked, wasn't it?
yeah, they literally had. If you've never seen the show, right? They had a studio audience of hundreds of people, as if they were fucking recording an episode of QI, right?
It's quite interesting to be
Yeah,
fair.
sat there whilst there's sex experts in fucking chairs, almost like it's the fucking X Factor, just sort of across from this cube, right? And the cube's like completely clear. Was it clear to begin with, and then it goes white when they go inside,
I
or
feel
something
like
like
there
that?
was something like that.
Something
some
like
kind
that?
Of like that kind of two-way glass stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, they go inside the cube. The cube suddenly goes completely white, and you can't
Imagine how
see
much worse that
inside.
is, though. At any time, you could fuck up, though.
Yeah, and suddenly, oh,
That's gotta not help.
It's not good. You want it to be a one of the ones where you have to apply electricity to it to make it clear, rather than the other way around.
Like you said, I've got the switch and only me.
Yeah, that works
That's
as
what I
well.
want. Only I've got the switch.
I'm just thinking if the power stops,
Well, well, it's in darkness anyway.
no, but yeah, pitch black. I suppose you're fine.
I wouldn't mind myself. I'm a bit of a voyeur, in all honesty.
Yeah.
We used to have an upstairs bed.
Yeah,
We
you
used to
just
leave the windows, like the curtains open and everything, and the buzzers would go past on the level.
You just don't care.
It was Coventry Road, like it was.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You know, I've pointed out my house to you. I've no idea your side of the road.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
literally points over the people going past my house used to have fun. It wouldn't stop there, it would just go past, so they'd only get a quick
Oh.
shot, you know.
That was one of the things that we heard on a tour while we were in Amsterdam. One of the tours they were talking about. Well, apparently, people from Holland are known around the world for leaving their curtains open because it's almost as if they have nothing to hide, and it's like, all right,
They're
guys,
into it.
that's an
They're into it.
interesting thing to be proud of being known for. Also, I didn't know that before I came here. Maybe stop telling people.
yeah. Should tell them on the way out.
Yeah,
But they're into it though.
they are. They love it.
I mean, that's why I've always felt very German and like European, in that
European.
sense.
Yeah.
Because I've known I've always had German in me.
Yeah.
And I've also known I've always been a kinky bastard.
A kinky boy.
Yeah.
And And why not admit what you are?
Oh, that's always been the thing. It's always been known in my friend group. I'd be lying to myself and to the people if I didn't be honest.
Yeah.
I'm a kinky boy. Well, not now. I'm trying to like purposely be like anti-kinky.
You're trying to
lately.
clean yourself up, yeah.
No. Kinky's fine. Kinky's absolutely fine.
Oh, right.
But trying to just, like not be a slag. It's me. When you're a slag, you realise that that even if you're honest,
Yeah.
both people are honest. There's always one side.
There's
that's
always a
not
little bit
honest.
of damage, yeah.
Yeah. There's always some damage.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of damage.
Unless you're signing waivers and going to certain clubs, not those ones,
No.
not Diddy clubs.
No, don't do a Diddy club.
No Diddy. But
No.
like the Amsterdam club, I'm sure they've got sex clubs over there.
They definitely do.
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, I'm pretty
There
sure I've seen them.
are so many gay clubs on the one.
I didn't say gay clubs.
Oh no! But like, just as a sort of precursor, because like, if gay clubs exist, then there's a very reasonable chance that other kind of clubs are going to exist for other sorts of things as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, hold on. Wait, no, hold on.
No,
Because gay clubs are here.
No. This
You mean
wasn't
gay sex clubs?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Very specific type of club.
Okay.
Because I saw one of the doors open, I was like, "Oh, for real? Cool."
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where you're like, "Oh, okay, so everyone's just having a lovely time here. That's
Well,
great."
that's one thing I've always heard about that kind of area. It's like the Rome kind of thing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just very open, sexual. Like,
Yeah, and the thing is as well with this place, like, none of the gay bars had like windows or anything like that. It was
Yeah.
just a door with at most a poster on it.
yeah.
And most of them didn't even have that. Most of them were just a door.
It should only be sexually explicit if you're going in.
Yeah, it's not even that. It wasn't even about sexually explicit. It's just the people who knew where the club was
Yeah.
knew where the club was.
And
The
I'm pretty
people who were
sure
looking for it-
nowadays it would only take a quick Google.
Oh, very easily. Yeah. But
Not hiding.
I was literally there at one point.
It's like, but
walking.
you'd be walking around with kids and that, though. I understand why you wouldn't want it out in the
Yeah,
open. People walking past.
Yeah, it makes sense. And also, like, again, these people know where it is. They love.
Exactly, yeah,
It's fine. And me and Matilda were walking back to the hostel after sort of, getting something to eat. And you just
Sure,
see these.
getting
You see
something
these
to
two.
That's what I call it.
We see these two guys
We'll get back
fully-
to Shotgun Man shortly.
fully dressed up in like police biker gear,
Ooh.
like
Wait,
American police biker.
Oh, okay,
gear.
I was about to say, are we talking proper biker gear or are we talking
American
like,
police biker gear. So this is biker
Oh,
and
biker.
police combined together into one fetish.
Oh, so it's American biker, okay.
Yeah. The
So it is
the
what I'm
American,
thinking,
like,
actually,
police
damn.
bike,
Yeah,
traffic cops, like that kind of thing.
yeah, but sleeves right off.
Yeah.
Short,
He had the fucking aviators on
yeah,
and shit as well.
yeah.
And they knock on this door, and you like, I'm just watching them, and I'm like, hang on, is that? And then the door opens, and just for a glimpse, you get a look down this corridor, just
Right,
full
right.
of men in bondage gear.
Yeah. Right,
Oh,
I don't know how I'm not living in those kind of places though,
It
because
seems-
I've always been like all my mates know this. I'm such a like sexually open person.
yeah.
It makes so much more sense for me to be living in places like that. I spend a lot of time there at some point. Don't worry, I'll get there.
Amsterdam is a fine place to be. Again, like I said last time, it is like a government has gone, you're adults, go deal with it.
God knows. The government's actually done that to themselves in America, though. Actually,
Yeah.
with that, America has actually proved, shockingly, that this voting stuff's real. It's legit. There's no bullshit. No diddy.
No. Unsurprisingly, it turns out that one of the most stable democracies in the world has a reasonable election.
But you'd think it's stable democracy because it's not legitimately democratic.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, it is though.
It is, yeah,
Shocking.
amazing.
I'm kind of amazed by it. I'm still amazed at how much like fucking Trump trounced her.
Oh, he fucked her up.
I fucked the hell out of her.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, she was what, almost 50 electoral college votes behind by the end?
Yeah, more than that, I think.
No, it might
Or
be 51
is that a
or
lot?
52.
'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, I
It's-
don't know exactly how it
It's
works.
276 electoral college votes
You need to get
the win.
270.
Yeah,
Yes.
270. Yeah, and he got
Yeah.
276 in the end.
Yeah, he got 276.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he she just did not have anywhere near. It's like 224 or something.
It's like apparently I've read that I think there's one swing state still to
Yeah, still counting
check,
the votes. But even
but-
if they count them, it's not going to change.
Well, no, but she didn't get any.
Really?
Other than we're still unsure about that one,
Fuck.
but she hasn't got any of them to this point.
Jesus.
None. I don't know how that works still, but I'm guessing that's the ones that kind of sometimes go Democrats, sometimes go Republican.
Yeah. The swing states are the ones where they usually put most of their campaign funding to. So, yeah.
But I still don't get exactly how it works. Like the electoral, do you know what it is? Electoral votes and all that, like what that means.
So,
Because I was assuming, let me see if I'm right at all. I know it's split into states, and then
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's either each state is split into separate parts, and then it's go. That's what the bigger number is.
each state has its own set amount of electoral college votes that they can deploy.
And is that based on what the population is? Because I've heard about
An
why they might be
electoral-
bringing
It
more
sounds weird. But
immigrants in because it changes the amount of seats you get.
no,
I
electoral,
have heard something about that,
Yeah,
but
the
obviously
thing
it
is-
doesn't matter.
the thing is, though, as well, electoral college votes don't actually have to connect with the way the votes began to begin with. So, like in the UK, you win the area,
Yeah,
and
first.
once you've won the area, that counts as a win to you towards the election. So if
Yeah,
you
and
win
first past the
this
post, so
district,
it's only one person
only
gets
one
that.
person gets that
Yeah.
vote. Yeah, exactly. So that's how our representation works. So that however many areas each group has won, they have a representative from that area in Parliament.
Yeah.
Whilst in America it doesn't work the same way because you actually vote independently in each section. So federally you're voting entirely different to the way you're voting locally,
Yeah.
statewide, things like that. You can vote for a Republican at the top, you can vote for a Democrat in the middle, and you can vote for a fucking independent at the bottom level, right?
Right.
And that's all fine. And they can work in that way. And you can have, places that have got a Republican governor, but all of the sort of local elections are being won by Democrats.
But
It
they
can
don't
be-
have the Dave told me about this thing because we were trying to decide what would be a better vote system here.
Yeah.
So they don't have the thing where they have it's an A type of vote where basically you pick first.
Yeah.
You're like this is my
Oh,
first
no.
one, this
In
is my
America, you
second,
just
this
pick
is
the
my
one.
third.
Yeah, in
Okay.
America, you just pick the one, as far as I'm aware.
I thought so as well. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
there are some countries that do have a sort of what's your first choice, what's your second
Yeah,
choice.
it's activation or
Yeah.
it's something A.
The problem with that is it's usually so that if a coalition government has to be made where two work together, you can find who had the highest amount of second votes and they become the coalition one,
Oh,
if
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's usually what that's for. But in America, the Electoral College actually have a separate vote. And the Electoral College have to vote with what they believe is best for the country, but also what they believe is best for their constituents to do. And that's how an Electoral College comes to the idea of what it is that they're going to vote for. I still don't know
Wait, what?
quite how they come to the decision, or indeed who comes to the decision of what's best for these Electoral College votes to happen.
Wait, so
But it doesn't seem, it doesn't seem that it's actually related to votes cast at all.
It must be, because
No, because
that's what they're
Hillary
doing.
lost. Remember when Hillary went up against Trump initially?
Yeah.
She lost because Trump had more Electoral College votes.
Yeah.
But she actually had more voter votes.
Oh yeah, I know about that. I know that's the popular
Yeah.
voter. That's just like
The
because-
popular vote is actually less important than the
it doesn't
Electoral
mean
College
anything.
vote.
Yeah, but
But the
that
Electoral
would just be
College,
because if it's split into separate parts, then
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter who's got the biggest number because one part could have a huge number, but that's still just one part.
potentially, but
That would be surely. Because some places got big
you would have
parts.
thought that, but there's actually an interview from the first time again when Hillary lost,
Cat.
where Trump was,
It
where
shouldn't
someone
be
was
coming
talking
up,
to an Electoral College person who voted for Trump,
I don't know, can you just
and they were
have a
like,
quick look on the thingy thing, the sound thing,
yeah,
just to see if when she's doing that shit, if it's coming through at all. I mean, she ain't do right now.
not
anyway.
much.
She ain't- It shouldn't be because these are proper, like, you have to get close to them and that. So I
Yeah.
shouldn't have thought it should be coming through much.
What are you trying to eat, cat?
Oh, she's just digging into there. She's been doing it for days. She just enjoys it, so I just let her do it.
Oh, right, okay.
There's nothing in there. I've even been through there trying to see if my glasses were there. So
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
so there's literally an interview.
before we
you
get back
can
to
see-
Shocker Man,
There's an interview you can see with a woman who actually literally was like, oh no, the reason why I voted for Trump was this, and they were like, well, actually, your state voted in a different way overall, so why do you think that you felt that Trump was the right thing to do? I do not know how the electoral college vote system works. I just know it's balked, and it shouldn't.
Wait, you just know what?
It's balked, and it shouldn't exist.
Oh, okay. It's balked.
Yeah.
I'm getting locked up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I'm going to put. I forgot I hadn't put the graphics or anything up,
that's right. We haven't.
but I also remembered I can get right up close and do it though, because this is. I'm fancy.
He's a fancy man.
I'm a fancy man. Okay, I'm going to even put a image from the new thingy up as well, from the new In Your House one, because I was trying to push them for a bit. Whack that down the bottom left. Hold on. Left bottom. Say to that for sure. Oh, can you just type anything? Just tap the thing. There we go. Create graphic. There we go.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, don't be forgetting about the previous episodes of Squishy Logic and also of In Your House, as you can see there. Most recent one with Mr. John Parman.
Yeah, man. Anything that's on this channel workable, it's going to be great.
Let's be honest. You can listen to it all and you'll enjoy it all.
A lot of it's got your boys right here.
That's it.
And then there's the odd one where I've got another person on, 2Ps in a podcast with Eve or Hippie,
And
or one with that. And I think you should be on the next one, though, I think.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I do think that we have got to a point now where we are your friendly buddies to sit in, have a listen to. You know, stick us on in the background. If you're doing a little bit of art, doing a little bit of gaming, doing a little bit of something, you know.
Yeah. Gaming's good when you listen to stuff.
Yeah. And we can just be like your mates having a little chat with you in the background. Now, I mean, let's before we want to go straight back onto Shotgun Guy, or do we want to just go full hog onto the election and just get that shit out of the way?
I'll finish Shotgun and then we go back to the election.
Let's do that.
Maybe.
Let's
because
get
there's
some
not too
Shotgun
much with
Boy.
Shotgun, to be fair.
No.
Now, it went on for like I said, like 60 odd hours, and most of that was in the apartment.
Yeah.
When he was bored of holding the gun up to him,
Right.
he would take him and tie him into onto the toilet,
Mhm.
into the bathroom. But he was erratic as shit, though. You could just hear him shouting randomly. He would just start. He was angry, like, you know, and not fully with it and stuff.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a person's smartest decision.
Well, I was about to say though. I say not that he's fully with it, but also, you know, it's fully premeditated. He planned it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he's obviously with it.
Yeah.
He's just angry.
Yeah.
Because the idea was that he'd put a load of money into something, and all the money had been taken away. He'd been broke because of it.
Right. Yeah. This is quite a common thing that happens in America and other countries as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, technically, what it was, I suppose, is that he bought a piece of land, and what was supposed to happen was this company was supposed to. They'd said, you know, like, we're planning to sell it on, so that to build something on it.
Yeah.
So he's like renting it from them. So he didn't buy the land. He was renting it. And every time they'd bring someone, though, he'd be getting pissed off because they'd show it, and the person would be really into the land, so he could make the money he was hoping to make.
Yeah.
But then they'd go and show him another place.
Oh, and be like,
Another
oh well,
place.
actually, this place is cheaper and better, and we were just
Exactly.
showing you this one to get your dick wet.
Basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was like pissed off about that. And it never happened. He
A bit of a
eventually
Marvin Haymeyer story. The old
yes,
Death Dozer.
yes, the Killdozer.
Yeah.
Killdozer?
Killdozer.
Yeah. That was a good one. That's still a very popular one on the old podcast.
Yeah, that's
Kenny, stop what you're doing. Chat. Twinkle.
whatever is going on, that box needs to die. Apparently, that's all we know.
I just want to check to make sure it's not coming through on the finger.
Oh, it's definitely it's not going to be.
It
loud.
shouldn't
That's
be.
the problem.
Yeah, so, you know, that was the main thing in that, and every now and then he would bring him back outside, you know, to the live
I assume
TV
that,
and
yeah,
all
I
that.
assume like
the
'cause he's walked
70s.
this guy to his house.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he must have had police following him.
Oh yeah, they were all around the shop.
Because like, there's no way you can get away with saying, it's actually this is just a bit of street theatre, guys. Don't worry about this.
It was all on the news and stuff. And in the end, they eventually got him to agree to come out because what he wanted was immunity. He had like demands. He wanted immunity. He wanted an apology
Right,
from the company.
right.
And he wanted $5 million, which back then is a lot.
That's a lot of money. Even now,
Um,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah. They said they'd get him the $5 million, but the thing he really wanted was the apology, and it seemed.
Yeah.
So they brought him out, and he had a piece of paper to read out. The guy did, and he started in it, with all the cameras. And he started reading it out. Like got some of the way through, and the guy was like, "No, stop! Give it to me. I want them to actually be able to understand it." And he was still getting angry as he was doing it, and then he started reading it out. And the police had this plan. They were like, "Okay, we got loads of them surrounded. So what we're going to do is, we've
Right.
decided and we figured out the quickest way to kill someone is to shoot him right in the spinal cord.
Oh Jesus, fuck.
If you shoot him right in the spinal cord, he's not, and then have people run up and catch him, then nothing should happen. But what we'll also do is we'll have somebody run up and grab
You're
a shotgun
You're so
and point
close.
it up.
You're so close to him just putting the fucking gun down. Why are they thinking this?
I don't know.
This is such an American move. Like,
Yeah.
we've got to get him somehow. Dude, he's about to put the fucking gun down.
Well, like, he's just far enough away, just enough slack, I think, as well.
Yeah.
That if it goes down or they push it down, it will shoot up,
Oh.
even though schools aren't flat.
Also, he cut the barrel off. The
Yeah.
barrel is designed to keep it going in that direction. If you
Yeah.
don't have the barrel, it goes fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and it's just not a good plan, man.
Terrible plan.
But they're like live
0
TV.
out of 10 plan.
3 times while he's doing this thing, he goes to do it and changes his mind
Fucking hell.
and never does it. And the guy gets to the end of the speech and then is actually like, "Okay, I'm good. That's it." They take him off into a back room, away from the cameras because they're like, "Okay, well, if anything's gonna happen, we're gonna." And then he actually, for the first time in 68 hours, just takes the thing off him.
Fucking hell.
And then he's like, says to the cover, "There's still there's still audio mics attached, so you can't see it, but you hear this."
Yeah.
And he's like, just in case any of you thought this wasn't loaded, he opens the door apparently and shoots the gun out the door.
Fuck.
And all that anybody thinks during this time, outside is that someone's been shot.
Yeah,
But at this time, they dogpile him anyway.
Yeah.
He had an immunity thing from the district attorney that said, "We will not
Prosecute.
prosecute him or anything." But there was a loophole with it, basically.
Yeah, they always have a loop.
There's a loophole, so they were like always planning to arrest him straight away.
Yeah, of course. Like, you never get immunity. You're never going to get immunity. They'll tell you anything you want to hear. They're not going to give it to you.
Apparently, the only reason they think that it didn't happen like over that time is because the guy got so erased sometimes that the guy he was holding.
Yeah.
But the guy was super chill the whole time, to the point that when he was first taking him from the office to his apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the apartment being bombed as well.
Yeah.
From his
Well,
first taking
booby
him,
trapped.
yeah.
Fuck.
When he was first taking him from the office to the
This guy's
apartment.
a pro. He's
Yeah.
full. This guy should have been in the SAS.
So some people think that he was just, never planning to take him to his apartment, but it's like, he booby trapped him.
Was he an ex-marine or something?
No.
Because honestly, this guy sounds
Well,
like a fucking like.
Before you give him too much credit,
Right.
when he first left the building with the guy taking him back to his apartment, he tripped over.
Oh fuck.
And the only reason it didn't end right there is because as he tripped over, like foot to the floor, the other guy saw it and kind of like went down with him.
Oof.
That's the only reason it didn't end right there.
Shitting fuck.
They didn't know what they thought when he was in the apartment that they were bullshitting about the explosives.
Yeah.
Until the snipers could see wiring on the walls.
Fuck.
They didn't know what kind of explosive it was. It turns out when they got in there that it was going to like just douse the floor instantly in like petrol, and then like a few flames would go off. And
Yeah,
just
but
do
that's
it that
enough.
way. That's
enough.
Definitely enough.
Yeah.
It might not have got the instant spillage like about all the instant booming.
Yeah. It's not going to be a high explosive
Nah,
explosion,
exactly.
but it will set a huge fire off.
But the only reason none of that happened, like I said, it was because the guy was so chill. the guy's son. He was just mega chill the whole time.
That's crazy, man.
But the court case,
Yeah.
he tried to say that he was guilty through not guilty through insanity.
Right. I mean, he's got a reasonable bet on that one because of his actions are just so fucking bizarre. But the fact is, he's planned it so goddamn hard.
That's why he doesn't have a
because it's like your actions seem like the actions of a crazy person, but at the same time, you've spent months building a set that you could practice this shit on. That isn't just normal crazy. That's very planned.
That's very planned. That's a military level planning.
That is.
That's not crazy. That's not like not
That
understanding.
is determined.
Yeah. And wanting immunity shows you understand the difference between right or wrong.
That's right. Yeah.
So initially, when the court case happened, it was split between guilty and not guilty by insanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously bit by bit, it went another way. You know, went from like 6-6 to 7-5, whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah. As it goes on, as the you know the.
We might to tell you in a bit actually about a program I watched called Jury Duty, which is great.
Yeah.
But it got down to it, and then they eventually were able to announce it. We find blah blah, not guilty by insanity.
Really? They actually found him not guilty.
Do you know why?
Go on then.
Because this was back in the 70s. Right. Now, if reason of insanity, it's down to the defense team to prove that he's insane.
Oh, but back then it was on the
prosecution to prove he's not.
Right. Which is still not a great move though, because then you don't end up going to prison. You end up going to a psychiatric ward in the 70s.
He went for 10 years, so no, it didn't. It wasn't.
Ooh.
Great. Yeah, it wasn't a great.
Ooh, a decade.
It doesn't always happen though.
No, but that's not a good place to be.
No.
A decade in a psychiatric ward in the 70s.
Wasn't crazy either.
Yeah.
It's even worse because his mental health would have been.
Oh yeah. If you weren't crazy by the time you went in, you would definitely be crazy by the time you fucking left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, that's not good. No, never ever plead insanity unless you are actually insane.
Yeah, so it didn't go too well for him in the long run, basically.
Yeah.
But the fact as well that the police were even like he took that up and all that, and they left him with the gun long enough that he was able to open the door and shoot out as well. You know.
Yeah. And the thing is, also the other reason why you don't want to plead insanity is like, yeah, prison sucks, but there are rules in prison, and if you follow the rules in prison, you'll be okay. You're gonna have a bad time, but you'll be okay.
Actually, he probably would have got out because he never killed anyone either.
Yeah. He probably would have served a short sentence. He would have been a model prisoner. He would have been out in a couple of years.
Yeah, to be fair, you know, actually, yeah. Damn, he picked the wrong choice.
He picked the wrong choice.
He really did.
And I mean, the fact is, if you're in an insane asylum, those people, they don't follow rules because they're fucking insane.
Yeah.
So you can't reason with them.
Drugs.
He's like, I've got to kill you. Why do you have to kill me? Because there's a terracotta doll inside your head, and that is actually controlling Donald Trump.
It'll be a lot more solitary confinement, I reckon. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think it worked out too well for him, but it was a fun little ditty into craziness,
into the madness that is the world.
But Jury Duty, that was a show I actually watched. It's on Amazon Prime. I've actually got a bit to watch still. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it. It's only like 8 episodes long, half an hour, but it's following a jury duty for a full, from the beginning for a, trial and all that.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good idea.
Difference is though,
as it turned out, it's all fake at the end.
It's all fake.
Oh, really?
One guy it's all to bull one guy. You know the whole way through the documentary tells you at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like shot like The Office, if you imagine, like a mockumentary kind of thing, and some of the characters, the stuff that goes on because of the characters in it. There's like a girl who's like really into this one geeky guy who's. Is it like? Do you remember Joe Schmo? I don't know.
Joe Schmo was a series.
They create characters for it.
Yeah. There was Joe Schmo was a comedy series where they got like people to take part in a reality show. And only one person was actually, and like everyone else, and one of them was like Kristen Wiig, or no, not Kristen Wiig, the other one. I think Kristen Wiig was one as well, but also
Kristen Wiig's in his. I think Kristen Wiig's in his jury duty or something.
Yeah, Kristen, the one who was the singer in Frozen, the main girl in Frozen.
Singer in Frozen.
Yeah, Elsa. Yeah, who was Elsa in Frozen.
I don't even know who that was.
She was also in The Good Place.
She the big girl.
No, the blonde haired girl in.
I mean, the problem is that Frozen's like an actual computer generated show.
No,
film,
I'm
so-
talking about. Do you remember The Good Place
Yeah,
series?
yeah.
The blonde girl.
Oh, the girl in Nash.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah. She was in one of the series of that as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and she also is the voice of Elsa.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well, that's where that was happening.
Oh, I didn't know she was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that I've been talked about on a YouTube thing,
Yeah.
and that got that Joe Schmo one,
Yeah.
and that got me to this one, and then that's when I was like, oh, this is on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna watch it. James Marsden, you know him, the one who does Sonic's voice. And
Oh
the-
yeah.
he's in this. He's one of the jurors as well, and he's like actually playing a ridiculous version of James Marsden.
Yeah.
Like in it, like he's the guy though is just so nice. Like he helps this one guy get over breaking up with his girlfriend and then getting on this other girl that's in the juror.
Yeah.
He helps James Marsden do ridiculous amount of fucking line reading.
Right.
He-
James Marsden playing James Marsden.
yeah,
Oh, that's genius.
yeah.
Because
Like,
he's just been called up for jury duty.
Exactly.
That's fucking genius.
yeah. And
That's so good.
the shit that happens in his jury duty is fucking crazy.
And the thing is,
though,
because
man.
he's got James Marsden on hand, he's going to be looking at James Marsden like, holy shit, that's James Marsden. He won't be looking at the other people trying to figure out if they're actors, because it's James fucking Marsden.
The people, man, when you watch
That's
it, it's
so
like
smart.
fair play as well to all these people. They have just kept in character
Yeah.
constantly.
Is it a comedy thing or is it more?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a mockumentary. It's very much like you're watching The
so
Office.
it's
Where
got
it's just one guy,
who just
and-
doesn't know that it's fake.
and because you're watching bits of it, but they're doing a full court case, so
Right.
there's full
Is there a
days and
presenter
days of
for it?
boring shit.
Is there a presenter for it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like
'Cause
days and days of boring shit that you
weird thing
don't see,
is-
so it sells it really well to him.
Yeah. The thing is, they were going to do a new series of the Joe Schmo Show, and they were going to get Kat Deely to present it. But then suddenly all of the talk of it just disappeared and it just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, because you could do it quite easily. You could do it like as a show of Big Brother. You could just
Oh,
to
yeah,
him his Big
That's
Brother.
literally what they did.
I know it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got the 100 grand as well at the end.
Yeah. Because they're like, guys, seriously, you take it.
Because he
These
got
guys-
put through some shit in there.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, it's like, it seemed that for the first episode they were planning to take the piss out of it.
Yeah.
But then they just realised he was just a great guy,
Yeah. So they
So-
were just like putting him in situations to prove how great a guy
basically. Yeah.
he is. Yeah. I
It's
love
really
that
cool,
shit.
man.
I love that
Very
shit.
much recommend watching
That's
it. I reckon you and
positive as
children will
fuck.
enjoy
That.
it.
I like that. Yeah.
Good. But yeah, that's I'm positive about the election,
Yeah. Well,
personally.
I
You wanna talk about
am
positivity?
nowhere near as worried this time as I was the first time round.
Yeah, it could because we've already seen these.
We've already seen it.
base. It did well.
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
Yeah.
Again, I argue with that. I think there
Well,
were
to a
certain
point,
things- There
obviously.
were certain things that were good under
Yeah.
him. There were certain things that were bad under him.
Yeah.
It's like any other
I-
political thing.
You know what it is for me though? I always look at it, even when it's our election, I always look at everything through a geopolitical.
Yeah, you got to look at what the
thing is-
world is at the moment, and
Yeah.
the world at the moment is getting harsher.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if the world gets harsher, it does tend to lean further into the right-hand side of things rather than the left-hand side of things.
I don't even know about that. I'm just talking about having a leader that is
Well, no,
strong towards them.
That's ultimately that's in a way, unfortunately, how it can be seen. You should have strong leaders on either side, but at the moment, it does seem like the Democrats seemed weaker.
Dem-
Whether you agree with that or not,
Democrats are Kamala side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with that or not, whether you think that the Democrats were looking great, they weren't.
Well, no. of
From an
course they weren't.
outside perspective, someone who didn't have a fight in the race, I didn't have a.
Yeah.
I wasn't that upset about it
couldn't
this time,
vote.
as I say. I was like, it's going to be what it is. I think Trump will win, and lo and behold, he did.
Smashed that. They were
Absolutely
forecasting it was
annihilated.
going to be close. wasn't.
Nowhere near.
It wasn't.
In
As I've always
political
said, you
terms-
can't trust exit polls because those people are just probably not, with the climate as well going
Yeah,
into it,
yeah.
we're not as willing to admit that they voted for Trump.
America does not want to have that kind of leadership anymore. They want a type of leadership that makes them feel strong and powerful.
Yeah.
Now, if the Democrats want to find their own way
Exactly. Yeah.
of making America feel strong and
Yeah.
powerful and come to them with that next time around,
That's the idea.
that's the idea.
I think that's how
But
they
there's
should play
nothing.
it.
There's nothing they
They
can.
they played this so bad. It was like they were playing it to lose. To be honest,
In a way, yeah.
it's like Biden happened. and they
Biden
were
being
like,
in there for so long definitely hurt Kamala's chances as well.
And the fact that they had
Because she
Kamala,
did not get enough. Yeah, well,
they shouldn't have. It makes
they
no
shouldn't
sense
have
that they
gone with
had
her
Kamala.
necessarily. But if you were going to go with her from the off. Give her the opportunity to differentiate herself more from Joe Biden.
Well, that's the thing. When you say the off, what do you mean though? Because
Like,
it started off that it was going to be.
It was going to be Biden.
It was going to be Biden.
That's it. They should have been like, right, well, we're not putting Biden in for the next election at
Okay,
all.
so straight away then.
Yeah, they should have just been like, we're going with Kamala.
That-
That would have
well-
given you a chance to actually show her to differentiate herself.
But
But
that
she
wouldn't be
didn't do that anyway.
But that's
She
still
didn't
you're missing
take
a
that
step though.
opportunity.
You're missing a step still though.
What?
So if they decide, like they're not going to go to Biden,
Yeah,
generally what would happen is it
go
would
to
be,
the election in the
Yeah.
the DNC.
which they didn't do because she was already like showing as going to be like projected fifth, or she'd already basically
Yeah, she was
wasn't
lower
winning
than
that.
the other guys.
Yeah, there was zero chance she was getting that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand when they got rid of Biden, why they didn't do an emergency thing to get their best chance. It was almost like they were like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? We're already part of the way through now. Look at
I
how
think-
our party's been
I
damaged
think-
in this party. Let's just not try.
I think as well there might be a part of that as well where they
Mm.
might have been like, well, we're just going to put Kamala in. If she wins, she wins.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to see how big Trump's wave is. And if
Yeah.
Trump's wave is as big as we think it's going to be, we don't want to put any of our really good candidates in yet
Yeah,
to take that loss.
And they
Because
know.
if they take that loss now, they aren't coming back next time.
well,
We want
yeah,
someone to
yeah.
take the loss now so that we can come back next time with someone who we're like, now you can't have Trump.
Exactly.
We've
yeah.
got this.
Yeah. Which I think there's a very good chance it will go to Vance then. I mean,
Vance is almost certainly going to at least try and get
Mm.
nominated.
I don't know all the policies and all that though,
Yeah.
because we don't live there. So.
There's a very real chance that
He
one
seems
of
good.
Trump's sons is going to try and run as well.
I've heard about this. Yeah.
Because there's then a chance that he could run as president and then Trump could run as his vice president. There's no law against that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could go. Can you go vice president as many times as you want?
Yep.
Oh, okay. See, I wonder though. How set in stone that two-term thing is.
It's been there for about
long while, hasn't it?
It's about 80 or 90 years, I think, something like that. Or
Okay.
it might be longer than that, to be fair.
Actually,
No,
yeah.
it might be over 100 years or so.
Yeah, I
'Cause
feel
I
like
think
there
it
might be
was
something at the
around-
beginning of the World War One.
It was
or
after
something like that.
Theodore Roosevelt, because Theodore Roosevelt had 3 terms. So,
He was late 1800s, wasn't he? though? Or
Yeah.
at least anyway.
yeah, he was late 1800s.
He might have gone over to 19. I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
But either
Yeah.
way, it's been the case for a while, and it has been put into the Constitution. So to do
people
it,
amend that stuff all the time.
that's it. I mean, it was made by an amendment, so it can be removed
yeah,
by
yeah.
an amendment.
I still love here every time you hear in America and say you can't change the Constitution.
It's like you do it all the time,
Yeah.
guys. Like you've done it.
You can't
literally
change the Second
80
Amendment.
times.
Yeah, there's so many, ain't there? That was a possible episode topic I'll put away in my
Yeah.
list. The
Yeah, the
all the
Constitution.
amendments.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate,
That'd be a good one.
Maybe like there's
Because
got to
we
be
don't
some
know
boring
that
ones.
shit here.
So
And in
take
fact,
them
I
out.
think there's probably quite a few American viewers who still don't know what all of the amendments are.
Oh,
in the
no,
Constitution.
There's so many as well, apparently. So
Yeah,
first, I'd look at how many there are, and then maybe take out some boring ones,
yeah.
or maybe just have a list to get through them quickly.
I still
Read
think
through them.
that the right to bear arms is actually not a bad one.
No, that's
I think the right to own a weapon is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think, especially now in the UK, where they're stopping people from protecting themselves more and more and more and more and more.
What do you mean?
There's so many laws that make it difficult for you to protect yourself.
Physically.
You can
Mm.
call the police, you can do all these kinds of things,
Right.
but even if someone comes into your house, you can't do like an amount of harm to them that would be considered unnecessary.
Yeah,
Which will
you,
then be decided in a court. Whilst in America, if
yeah, but you
someone
can
comes
knock
into your
them out.
fucking-
You can
Yeah.
subdue them as long as you then
That's
don't
it.
keep beating them.
That's it. That's
Like,
fine.
which I think is fair.
I think that's all right to a certain extent. But also, I think if someone's coming into your house, you don't know what their intentions are. They might have a weapon.
Which is why you beat them down straight away to the
Yeah.
point where they can't.
No, but I also think that it would be
I got my
nice to be
cuffs.
able to be like, all right, well, you've got a weapon. Game on, bitch.
I thought that's what it is.
No, it's not in the UK. You can't own a gun in the UK.
Oh, you're on a gun.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
'cause someone
yeah,
could
yeah,
have
yeah.
it. Someone could quite easily have a gun in the UK at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
Which is why, though. I mean, sometimes. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I see what you're saying. If they come in with a gun, there's no
And
situation
you're not
for
even.
us where
You
we can
can't
have a
even- You
gun.
can't defend yourself with a knife. That's too much. Can't use a
it?
baseball bat. That's too much.
Really?
In some situations, yeah.
Oh,
People
yeah.
Some people have been taken to court by people who've broken into their houses because they hit
Yeah.
them with a baseball bat. It's like, fuck you, you broke into my house. You are going to get hit with a baseball bat.
I can't imagine any jury that would do that.
Oh, it's happened. It's happened. And this is the
if he's
thing.
a rich fucking
In America,
guy,
I
that's what he will
respect the
be.
fact that they've got a law set in place saying, right, this is my fucking house. You do not get into my fucking property. And if you are going to get into my property, I can assume that you're there for bad intentions.
Yeah, I'm shocked that that's not a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not so much.
I've just seen. Do you know Tyler Oliveira? You've seen that YouTube person? He does the
name rings a bell.
Investigative stuff. He's always in that blue coat. I didn't realize he won
Oh.
a Beast thing ages ago. Mr. Beast thing ages ago.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, he used to do like pranks and stuff, but now he's a guy who goes in and does like investigative, pieces. He went into he went to the country that legalized drugs.
Oh, I saw that.
It was a part of Canada.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw that guy.
There's one that's come out just. I don't want to watch it because it's going to annoy me. It's about the United Kingdom, the place that criminal or that got rid of free speech basically,
Right.
which we kind of have, which is annoying. And I was waiting for
Yeah.
something because I saw that when Tommy Robinson came to hand himself in, I saw Tyler Oliveira there interviewing him. So I was like, oh
Right.
God, there's something about England coming out.
I mean, again, Tommy Robinson, probably not the guy to put all of your cards behind.
No, but when it comes to free speech,
But when it
though,
comes to
it's
free
not wrong.
speech, he should be able to say what he likes,
Yeah,
what he wants to
He's
say.
been done on terrorism, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
The stuff that he's been done on is crazy.
The fact is, we'll have to see what the court comes up with because they may have evidence that they aren't releasing yet as well.
But the terrorism thing is in regards to the problem is that they wanted his phone and he wouldn't give them the code.
Yeah, but again, it might
Because of the
be
terrorism
that they have other evidence of things that they are looking for from the phone, and they need to get into the.
That's what it is.
court
Yeah, because of the
to then
terrorism
get
thing,
the
he
access
should have
into
given
the
it.
phone. Exactly.
It's
So-
crazy nowadays that they can't just get into a phone, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind
crazy.
of like that.
Yeah, I do. I like it
like
too.
the fact that it's like, no, that's mine.
But if you do, you'll get done.
And you can make it all encrypted. You can literally encrypt your entire phone now.
But we have no rights anymore if they decide.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
actually,
the problem.
talking of stories, I saw a story the other day that was fascinating. And I'll tell you what, I'll make that another little bit of topic, seeing
Yeah,
as you've got a
good.
little bit of time.
Oh,
We're
man,
only
I
an
can't
hour
see
in.
anything.
Right, we're only an hour in. We've got loads of time. I've not got to be anywhere this evening now as well. So I've
Huh?
got all the time in the world.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
I literally, you could tell me it's been half an hour and I can't tell you different.
yeah, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
So
food, I'm happy.
I was watching this documentary on YouTube about the place in oh fucking hell, what was it again? Oh,
What kind of idea were you?
I've
trying
got to
to
find
remember?
I've got to find what the country was because I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay. I might know what it is if you say the thing, if you can remember the topic. Poland's a bit crazy right now. The stuff that they've allowed on their border.
Yeah,
They can straight up shoot somebody if they come over the border, shoot to
Oh.
kill.
yeah. It's not that. It's
Which is, I'll fill it in this
What's
space while
my
you're looking
history?
there right now because that's amazed at me. You know what I'll do actually while you're looking for that?
yeah.
It's about the time when I think we need to redo the I was just going to play the fucking intro song again, but I can't see it, so I can't be bothered. I'll drop a little plug in there. Check out any of the other episodes that are on the
Serbia.
that are in Serbia. Check out any other episodes that are in Serbia. They're really good. We might have some, who knows, going to the KD Comedy Podcast channel.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, this episode's going to have some stuff to do with Serbia now, so there we go.
banging,
Yeah.
and going over to the It's Dead Man Dancing YouTube channel
Yes.
or the Dead Man Dancing podcast channel, wherever you get your podcast from.
Yep.
I got it right now. I know it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's post-apocalyptic metal treehouse there. More of that to come sooner or later. I'm just getting off of the holiday high and having to deal with more shit from the house again, which is always fun. Being charged £1,000, yeah, because he left the place in such a state. So that's always fun.
Oh, fuck it hell.
Yeah.
How
So
does that work? Well, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with taking it to the end of the thing.
yeah.
Were they aware that you weren't?
Yeah, they don't care though.
Your name's still on
yeah,
there,
my name's still on that contract. They don't care. So
it's half
that's
yours, half
yeah,
his.
yeah. But it's still it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Anyway, such is life, because we were paying a thing for that was supposed to be a deposit, but it turns out in the end, actually, it's not a deposit. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
It was like a deposit we paid over the time that it was there.
Oh, you were planning to get it back?
Oh yeah, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, it works like a normal deposit." No, it didn't. If you looked in the fine print, no, it didn't.
So you just don't get that.
So we just don't get it back.
So what's the your?
That's just all the other stuff that normally would have been covered by an actual deposit.
So what's your
It's a scam.
incentive?
It's a full blown fucking.
What's
It's
your
a
incentive
legalized
to
scam.
make sure it's clean then? That's normally what
Yeah,
you said
you'd
it would
think,
be. You get the
right?
deposit back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, instead they charge us for it now. So.
is that in the fine print?
Yep.
So they can do
Oh, it's so much fun.
What the fuck didn't you read the contract?
Well, this is the thing. I was trying to help.
To be fair,
I was
that's
in a
in there a lot of the
situation where I
time.
was like, "Oh, I'm with a mate. It's going to be easy. We're going to fix it."
And that's in there a lot of the time. I think if if they can prove that you left £1,000 worth of damage.
Well, I mean, it's not like they had to move stuff out, and like there was drug paraphernalia left around. It's like, well, I haven't been in there for 7 months, so it's not my shit. But that's fine.
So they've already done it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Though you should have maybe you could argue that
Oh,
they
no,
should have given you.
It's all in the contract. It's all in the contract.
Yeah, I know, but you would have been subject to do it. So, like, you just thought that they could, by any kind of rights, they should have at least made you aware first, and then you should have had an opportunity.
You'd have thought that.
Yeah, I feel like that might be an argument you could do, because
The thing is,
that's just a kind of like, basic kind of care thing, for them.
yeah, it is what it is.
If you want to argue it, that might be a route anyway. I mean,
it is what it is. I'd rather just be done with the situation than people, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I meant more. Like, if you choose.
Yeah, no, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time. It's a gamble if we went down a legal route anyway, if you're actually going to win or not, and then if not, you're saddled with a load of fucking extra bills that you couldn't afford anyway, and it's like there's no point.
So are they billing like 500 to you, 500 to him?
Well, no, they're just billing both of us the amount. So I'm going to pay my half, and then he'll hopefully pay his. But
yeah, like you should.
At least if they get the half off me, they've got like proof that I'm fucking,
I feel like though you should be able to speak to them and say like,
Oh no, they don't care. I've talked to them about this shit before. They're assholes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though it's like, well, the billing like legally, like, can you really legally
honestly,
bill two people?
Honestly, yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And one entity.
As one entity, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
There might be something to argue there. So you only because they're going to make you pay the full grand, boys.
Well, we'll see.
Or because you care about your credit file.
I don't really.
Oh, you don't? Oh, fucking don't pay it full stop then.
Yeah, no.
Just don't pay it.
I've considered that.
Don't pay anything. If you don't care about your credit file, then fuck it now. You paid enough already. Don't.
Yeah.
Your credit file is not going to go to shit because of that.
No.
And even if it does, it gets repaired in 5 years. It's fine. If you don't take out loads of fucking credit anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, don't pay that then.
Yeah.
Don't pay that. Cool.
Yeah. So what were we talking about?
Serbia, you wanted to mention?
So,
you know what? I'm so surprised that just stayed in my head then.
yeah.
Serbia.
Yeah.
Serbia.
So it turns out there was a group of people who were using a set of phones, right, in Europe. A particular type of phone that is encrypted from the start and has the ability to be completely wiped from a distance. So you can call it on a specific phone number and it will just immediately wipe the phone. All of the data.
That sounds like spy shit there.
Yeah, so it was being used by a particular type of person all across Europe, right?
Oh, right.
And so these police, they go, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fucking crack one of these phones. And lo and behold, they do it. And they don't tell anyone that they've done it.
You're talking about like a PDF file?
No. Oh. Well, there's obviously all that stuff's involved. But...
Oh, okay.
But like they hack into these phones, they get the encryption, they go all the way through, and they're like, right, we know how to unencrypt all of these files from this data server that this phone uses.
Right.
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 So what they start doing is they start just watching the calls as they're coming through.
Yeah.
And one of them in particular, amongst others, stands out. And it happens to be a group of people who have set up a house in Serbia, in one of like the main cities of Serbia, in like one of the suburbs, to be a human slaughterhouse. There are 3
Damn.
groups in this section of Serbia that are involved, right? There's a main group and another main group, and they're fighting each other. And then there's this other little splinter group at the bottom, and
Right.
their motto is "No body, no crime."
That's not a motto. That's a law.
So they set
For
this
any
up.
serial killer that wants to do his thing, though, that's the way to go.
Yeah, they
Just-
legit set it up so that
No
they
body, no crime.
yeah. If they kill someone, they bring them to the slaughterhouse. If
Nobody,
they're going
no
to kill
crime.
someone, they have them come to the slaughterhouse and do it there. And it becomes such a process for these guys that they're sending each other fucking pics like it's a fucking WhatsApp group of people, like arms and stuff being put
Yeah.
into the blenders and shit.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
they put the
They've got
arms
industrial blenders.
into an industrial mincer into bags.
Shit.
They then take the bags into the river and just dump it out in the Serbian river for all the fishes to eat.
Well, at least they give them back to nature.
Yeah, and they were burning bones and stuff as well, just getting rid of them and turning them to ash. Like legit crazy shit. Okay? And
I'm
it
just
turns
making
out
a quick note to do a cover of No Woman, No Cry, No Body, No Crime.
and it turns out it's not just this gang that's involved. Actual heads of Serbian government are involved.
There's like a kind of like a disposal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That
I was
makes
like,
some
well,
kind of
we know
sense.
that the slaughterhouse exists. We're going to say,
No, it
I've got a
works.
problem. You've got a solution. You know,
Mate, that makes the most sense out of
I
anything
mean,
I've heard
it's
today, really.
fucked, dude. Absolutely.
Is this right
fucked.
now? Or...
This is well, it wasn't right now. When did it happen again? It happened in Serbia slaughterhouse.
Because, I mean, Serbia, to be fair, it's not the...
1990. No, that's not.
It's not the pinnacle of, modern living, I don't think all of Serbia is.
Yeah.
Part of it, I think. Serbia is like part of the whole Eastern European Russia kind of ex-Soviet Union, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you got Dagestan up there. They create some amazing UFC fighters with that kind of area.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have fucking brutal UFC fighters if
They
if
fight
this type of
bears.
shit's going on.
If you fight bears on the regular, then you can get into a octagon and fight a person.
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I can't find the exact time unless I looked at
Ah,
the
it
video.
doesn't
But
matter.
if you want to go watch the video, I really do recommend it. It's the chilling story of Serbia's human slaughterhouse. It's
That sounds like something that would happily be in my playlist.
yeah, and the thing is, one of these guys who was involved, he was like a bit of a celebrity. He was one of those like criminal celebrities, like the Craze or something.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
And like people,
More infamous than famous.
yeah, and he like put up fucking Instagram posts showing off his wealth and stuff, and hanging out with chicks and shit, and like
Oh,
gangster
Jesus, so
life
he's got
shit.
a bit of an Andrew Tate as well.
Yeah, like full on gangster life, alpha male like bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
You imagine Serbia would be right for that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, it seems like it, doesn't it?
I don't feel like there's the biggest LGBTQ-tastic
No,
vibe in that area.
no.
That's the one place where they should have a pride parade. Where they need it.
Well, I think if they did a pride parade there, a lot of people would get hurt.
There's a lot of hard people that agree that they should be able to live their life. So they have them on the outside, protecting them too.
Maybe.
I'm sure there's, I don't know, bulletproof glass.
That's a lot of bulletproof glass, though.
I'm imagining like a giant caterpillar with bulletproof glass.
Oh, they're like carrying it like a little conservatory with arms inside it. Like.
It's amazing. I'm still seeing like all the I'm guessing it would be the lefties freaking out, like
about Trump.
like compilations, of,
Yeah,
like,
speaking
it's
as a
great.
left winger, again, like, guys, we've survived this before. It's not a problem.
And left,
Like-
it's all kind of like the kind of sides are shifted anyway, and it's
Yeah.
all like the extreme sides and all that.
I mean, we
The
both
reasonable-
took the test. We both showed as slightly onto the left-hand side,
Yeah,
but not. I
being liberal and all that. That means like letting people do their own thing.
Yeah.
That I do always consider myself on that side.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, should people always have healthcare? Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
you should have. You should be able to have enough healthcare that if there's something seriously wrong with you, they fix it.
Yeah,
Or if there's something that's continuously wrong with you, you can get the medication. For
yeah. Of course, definitely.
that should just be.
The problem is all that stuff gets completely abused.
Well, yeah,
But at the same time, I completely understand if people don't have the availability, to healthcare in their own country wherever
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
I think I completely understand. Like say, a lot of the time it's usually their kids that need it. So I think I understand coming
Honestly,
over
I
to
think-
try and come to a place where
I still
your
think
kids can
it's
get looked after.
yeah.
I think I get that.
Yeah,
You know.
I still think it's ridiculous though that healthcare is made into this bipartisan thing in America, and
Yeah.
it still revolves around like, oh well, it's got to be done through the private healthcare system. It's like, guys, look at it this way, right? If someone gets seriously injured at work and they don't have the private healthcare to cover it in America, they end up being crippled. They
Yeah.
can't do any work. They end up becoming a problem on the state because they have to claim welfare.
Yeah.
In the long run, they end up having more issues with like mental health and stuff like this. They end up getting worse and worse and
Yeah,
worse.
of course. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you end up having to pay out the nose through social shit to fix it. Now, in England, at least, if someone has a horrible accident, they will have the surgery to fix them. They will get physiotherapy afterwards to make sure that they get to a point where eventually
The system is very bad.
it's very
though.
bad at the moment.
But
But
all the stuff takes so long.
Yeah.
Because it's not a yeah.
like when I tore my ACL, for example, it wasn't the smoothest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I got the healthcare that I needed in the end.
Yeah.
That meant that I could keep contributing. I kept doing work while I was doing it, and now my knee is fine, and I can do all of the things I can do.
there are
normally
avenues to
again.
get them.
Exactly. And I have not become a huge detriment to the state. All it's cost is the cost of one surgery and some physiotherapy. And now I'm good. I am a contributing member of society.
I'm sure you pay plenty of tax and all that stuff anyway. So
Exactly.
you probably
And I am
paid
now
that
paying
anyway.
tax, which means I am now literally paying back in. Now, if you look at it that
Just
way in
being here
America,
technically means you're paying back in.
if you look at it in that way in America, though, you should just be paying for basic healthcare because in that way, in the long run, you always have a good workforce that is available and can do jobs. And you don't have to hire in as many fucking random immigrant people because there aren't people able to do the jobs of this and that and the other. Because these people can because they've got the healthcare to cover it.
Problem is, though, more and more now when you use that argument, more and more automated jobs more jobs are being taken to the robots.
That's true, and that's where sort of universal basic income comes into.
Yeah,
But that's a long way off. Yeah,
I don't even think it's a long way off. Like I feel like a lot of it could happen at any point if you really think about some of the main things that would get taken over.
Well,
quickly.
I mean, the thing is, we don't know how AI is going to affect it, do we? That's the big thing. Because if AI is as game changing as we think it is, and it looks like it's probably going to be more game changing than we thought it was going to be.
Yes and no.
Yeah, well, in certain ways, it's blown us away with what we were expecting from it.
Yeah. Science wise as well.
Yeah,
Just pure legwork and shit.
exactly. Like and like detecting cancer in people and stuff like that is made way quicker by using AI and stuff like that. It's like we are at such a crossroads now where we have no idea how this is going to go forward.
Yeah.
And we can either choose to work with it or we can choose to work against it. And ultimately, you're going to have to choose to work with it because it's not going to stop.
Yeah, we never know how things are going to go.
No. But the thing is, that means we could be at a point where, like, remember, there was a time where you look back and it's like around about the turn of the century and you see carts and trolleys and things like that that people are pushing with like horses and stuff and
Yeah.
themselves and shit.
Yeah.
And the most advanced thing you see is a fucking bicycle. And then all of a sudden, in 30 years, everything's a fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, there's roads everywhere. There's absolutely, you know, it's all over
The
the
shit
fucking
booms
place.
like crazy when something goes. Like there's a name for it, isn't it? Where when a new technology is found,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example, where it kind of ripples and it can like help something else and something else. Like
Yeah, yeah. It was that thing I was talking about in that book as well. It's what's it called? There's a type of they refer to it as a type of technology that is so important that other technology comes off of it. Again, like
Right.
fire,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
internet, like the wheel. Like when the internet came along, again, it's like look at the time before the internet versus the time after the internet. The time before the internet in the 80s, before the internet had any major foothold in people's houses, and it was just a thing scientists used to
right,
send
yeah,
to each
yeah,
other.
yeah. I was going to say there was a point where it wasn't.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
I
just
gonna say,
data, like tiny bits of kilobytes of like scientific data so they could send it to fucking Harvard or whatever. And it's like, all right, okay, let's have a look at this. We were, you know, completely isolated from each other. And now we have videos from people from fucking China. Like I've been binge watching videos on like tofu dreg buildings in China.
Oh, the crappy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know
then they
exactly what
refer
you're
to it
about.
as tofu dreg
Tofu
because it looks
dreg.
like little dregs of tofu that you have after making tofu.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
I've
it's
seen that.
yeah, and
I've-
like there's so many videos and like fake food. Have you seen that shit?
What's
They're
that?
making fake food in China, like fake eggs that aren't actually eggs at all. They cook like eggs, they look like eggs,
Right.
but they're not eggs at all. They're made
Right.
from just chemicals put into different little pouches and then around each other, and then have a hardened shell sprayed onto it, and it
Jesus.
looks like an egg. And if you're an idiot,
Like a
you'll
vegan
eat
egg.
it. And the thing
I
is,
thought I should like like market it.
yeah.
Like because we have like fake meat here.
But
too.
the thing is, it's not good for you. They make it out of stuff that's really fucking bad
That
for
doesn't
you.
surprise me, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like really bad for you, like cancerous shit.
Oh, I mean, did anybody ever really put China and human rights together?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's interesting because like China likes to talk about how they're so prosperous now and stuff, but
Yeah. They like to talk about it.
they have a separate like VIP access.
Oh, by the way, let me know if you can see my black hat around anywhere with the rims. I did have it again.
Cool, I'll try.
Carry on, sorry.
No, yeah, like they've got special access for like VIP food, right?
Right.
It sounds weird. It doesn't exist for anyone else apart from like the high ups of the Chinese government,
Right.
and they have access to organic food that is grown specifically for them to order sometimes.
And that also doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and it's like, but
we have much
only-
healthier food for
no
the...
one else gets that. Only they get that, and everyone else has to deal with fake eggs and
Yeah.
fake meat. They've found like fake fucking meat, and even worse, zombie meat. Right?
Oh, God.
Not actual
People meat.
This is the thing. They call it zombie meat because
Oh, wait, I think I've heard about this.
yeah, it was from 2015, and they were serving it in 2023.
Wow,
It
okay.
had been frozen in
Oh,
2015.
I see. Okay.
So, like, even it. Here's the
That's
thing.
not a bad thing.
No,
though,
it is
really,
because because it doesn't matter how much you freeze something. If it's in there for that long, eventually it spoils.
Does it though?
Yeah.
Because it's frozen.
Nah.
Frozen is frozen. It freezes it in like...
No. You got to be careful, especially with like fish. Especially, fish can actually go off in the freezer very easily. It doesn't.
I never go out of my
stop
way
it.
to do it, but...
It doesn't freeze it entirely. It just slows the process. And some things, especially like, what's it called, salmonella and things
Right.
like that, are very, very good at growing, even in the coldest of temperatures. And if it's fine over like even 3 years. You can have something frozen. 4 years, 5 years.
I
You
suppose
can have something frozen.
they shouldn't really have to put on a label. Don't freeze it for what, like almost 10 years.
10 years.
I suppose that's not something they should have to put on a label.
10 years is way too long to have something.
So why though? Why was this?
Because
easier?
it was just cheap,
Yeah.
and they don't have enough money, and they're just like, well, we'll just buy this stuff and use that. And like kids were like getting sick.
Oh, so
left
they're
and right
buying
and
stuff that
centre.
like right that
and they were
was already
serving
old.
it in a kid's cafeteria at a school.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, once again, that's the thing though. Still doesn't surprise me. Look at the
Doesn't
shit they
surprise-
do eat.
yeah.
They eat anything and get hands on. It's quite obvious they are having issues feeding the amount of people in their country
Yeah,
because of the shit they choose to eat anyway.
yeah.
If you're going like the place where we thought COVID came from, the wet market,
Mm-hmm.
the shit that's in those things anyway. The fact that it was even I don't know if I want to say it was believable.
The fucking pangolins and stuff, like they have chickens alive shitting on top of dogs, alive shitting on top of raccoons,
Oh yeah,
alive.
there's
It's like-
cages on.
yeah, just
Yeah.
cages on cages on cages of just defecation on top of each other and food being
Put
thrown
a
at them
floor there,
occasionally.
man. Like, put a floor in.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter if you've got a floor because eventually it will seep through if you're not cleaning it enough or not. And it's like it
Sell
doesn't,
them things,
it
man.
doesn't
like,
matter
yeah.
how clean you try and make it either because it's still going to spread like wildfire if
Yeah.
there's any kind of virus that spreads between them.
Yeah, it's literally a wet market.
Yeah, and I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
ooh,
Get a mop.
yeah.
At least dry it.
They talk about China.
Cleans up.
China's not the only place where that kind of stuff happens.
Oh no, no.
I mean, one of the reasons why spices was added to meat in the first place in the Egyptian era was to cover the fact that all of the meat was rotting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
It's like, oh well, if we just chuck a shitload of spices in, we can't taste it.
I imagine that's an issue we've had ever since hunter gatherers is understanding the
Oh,
idea of like because obviously meat goes longer. I imagine once it's cooked as well.
Yeah.
Like, so fire full stuff.
Yeah.
If I cook something, I generally like meat and that. I generally prefer it like a couple of hours after it's finished cooking.
Right.
I want it to dry out.
Right. You want it to just be a bit of leather.
Well, not quite leather.
Do
Yeah,
you like your steaks well done?
I'm not a big fan of steaks full stuff. To be
No,
honest with you. I think steaks are way overhyped. I don't get why. It's just a piece of beef, guys. Calm down. Beef's not a great fucking meat.
I strongly disagree, but I also see your point because lots of people go about, oh yeah, steak's the best, steak's the best. No. Good steak is the best.
Good steak can be out.
Good steak is fucking delicious. All steak isn't necessarily good.
I've
I
never
have
had a
had-
steak and thought that's amazing.
Oh, I have.
And I've had
But to be fair,
taken to nice steak
it was
places.
it was a very fancy place.
I've been taking the nice
Yeah.
steak places. My granddad, like when he was younger, he used to really like fucking steaks and that.
Yeah.
If I get a good steak,
Yeah.
there's nothing like you saying. I don't know why I put that accent on.
Yeah,
there,
yeah. No, but I do like a good steak, but it has to be a fucking good one. I'm not gonna just go for a Weatherspoon steak.
Oh, that
That's-
don't count.
That's not a good steak.
But even then, like, so what's your favourite steak?
My favourite steak.
What would you go for? If you had, any steak, if you had a cow in front of you, it was like, what part
Honestly,
do you want?
I'm probably not gonna go for a steak.
There you go. There you go.
If
Steak
I
survive.
have the whole cow in front of me, if I've got to
Alright.
pick a steak, I'm gonna go either. I mean, I do like a sirloin steak, but it's a bit basic, bitch. A T-bone's nice. I'd like to have a little bit of the.
That's a bit basic too.
I like a T-bone.
Yeah, but yeah, T-bone, sirloin, whatever.
You know.
It's just a piece of beef. Were you going to say ribs?
Yeah, beef rib.
See,
Oh.
if we're straight away going away from a giant piece of meat to something stuck to ribs, then that kind of shows how beef isn't great.
Oh no, beef rib's amazing.
Yeah, it's how it's cooked though, isn't it?
Oh no, but it's not just how. Oh no, mate! Like
Yeah.
the flavour of it. It's like
Yeah, I like ribs. It's slow cooked though.
yeah,
That's why.
yeah. Well, yeah, and
You
it does
get-
fall apart in your mouth, and it's
Like
yeah.
for me, if I'm having any like that kind of meat, like that and lamb,
Yeah.
I want it in a stew, like a slow cooked.
Ah, you see, I'm
stew,
not a fan of
full-
stew.
Just I like
I like my
tender
things-
meat.
I like my things separate. I like my things.
Well, I get what you're
separate.
saying
I don't
there,
like
yeah.
the stew thing
Yeah.
because I don't like it to be like, oh, I've just chucked a load of all this stuff in and it's all been stewed in. It's like I get why you'd like it, but it ain't for me.
Well,
I want my
let me change it.
potatoes here. I want
Yeah.
my peas here. I want my steak here.
I kind of prefer that too. So let me
Yeah.
change it. It's just a stew in the sense
Yeah.
that the meat is being cooked in a stew type
With
thing.
Yeah, okay.
And
Is
then
it
it's just being put onto
being
a
cooked
normal
in a
meal.
sauce or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the best kind of like.
Honestly,
beef to
though,
me.
it is mostly like when it comes to smokehouses and shit. Though that's where I
Smokehouse,
usually go
yeah.
for that. That's the Mac Daddy.
Ribs is what I will go for, but that's just because ribs are king.
Yeah.
But I generally think, see, a steak is it's just overhyped. If you can have anything and you pick the ribs, steak's just. I think beef is just an overhyped meat.
Sometimes I am in the mood for a steak, though. Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, you know what, steak.
Lamb is good.
Lamb is lovely. Lamb is lovely.
You don't get a steak.
But I tell you what, if I'm gonna go for a lamb, I'm gonna sit there and be like, you know what's better than lamb though? My fucking duck.
Oh, there's nothing like it.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like it. But
Duck
I
is good.
Fucking love duck.
I love duck, but it's
duck
very.
is the best.
Any vegans that were watching this are like, oh man, I'm out.
Have you ever had goose for Christmas?
No, oh no, I had goose for stuff.
We did it once.
I wouldn't want to really.
Oh my, no, it is. It's like halfway between a turkey and a duck. So it's got the fat and the deliciousness of the duck, but it's got the quantity of the turkey.
That's what I don't like about. Oh, so it's just a fat duck.
It's just a massive duck.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not a big fan of though, is all the fat and stuff with ducks.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's quite interesting. I found like the goose, because it's a bigger bird, the fat layer is obviously sort of distributed in the same way it would be around a normal duck. So there's sort of less fat per animal, if that makes sense. So it's not as greasy as a duck, but it's definitely juicier than a turkey. It's got more like flavour than.
I don't even like my poultry juicy.
Oh really?
I don't like it.
You have mentioned this before.
Not a fan of wet chicken.
That's it. Yeah.
Wet chicken. I don't want it wet.
I
don't want to go to KFC.
Chicken.
I don't want no wet chicken, man. I want to go to. I'm not going to KFC and biting into it in the juices. I'm like, nah, man. What's this? I want to go to like a chippy that has like their southern fried chicken.
Yes.
And pieces, and you have it, and it's dry as hell.
Yeah.
The drier the better for me.
You want it to be like you just again like a bit of like chicken jerky.
You're putting it apart. You know, ripping it apart. It's good. You don't want that dry, wet.
I want that wet.
Why?
I want that juice chicken.
It can kill you too.
What?
Having undercooked chicken.
Not undercooked.
No, but to make sure it's not. Maybe that's
juicy.
why I grew up with the idea put into me from mum. I want to make sure it's not going to kill me.
Oh, I've never worried that.
And
I live in the UK, mate. There's very little that's going to kill me apart from a fucking McDonald's onion.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, I did go up, to be fair, having my food overcooked the house. That's probably why.
Yeah.
I've got a tasting for it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my mum's a bad cook or anything.
No.
She cooks her meat.
Yeah. My mum always did that as well. I think it's just the generation. They were like, well, I'm just going to, make sure that it's cooked. And
It's still, like you said, it's better than McDonald's.
Yeah, it is way better than McDonald's.
Although they're allowed their burgers to be eaten again now.
Oh, are they? Okay, that's fine then. I'll just trust them now.
Exactly.
It's only 6 people who died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
E. coli, yeah.
Wow. Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Would have been killed by McDonald's, man.
That's fucked.
Yeah. You imagine they're getting some good money from it, though.
That's the problem with if you have a business that's that huge, they are taking their stuff from all one place. They're doing it in these giant vats. If it just takes one thing to go wrong, and the whole fucking supply chain's fucked.
Oh, did you see talking about messed up things like that?
Yeah.
Did you see Logan Paul getting
the moldy cheese?
Essentially, yeah, there was a thing as well though about them being recalled in this one shop.
Yeah.
A sign was put up, but apparently it was fake.
Oh.
So Logan Paul naturally, seeing that, would do what he would do. Would go on get his people to go on an investigation. And we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. Oh God, what about it? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. If we're still going now, you can cover the mic anyway. Okay,
Ah.
don't worry.
Makes sense.
It won't die in a minute now, but okay. It won't die in a minute now. It's got plenty of time. 50%.
Yeah.
That lasts me
It
ages.
depends how much she's playing Candy Crush.
It's true. That's a good point, you know, actually.
That's what kills Matilda's phone.
Really?
She was doing it all last night. She couldn't help herself.
It's what man those things
She was
when they
playing
get you.
Well, she was fucking well hard in on Simpsons Tapped Out,
I used to play that, yeah.
and now they're cancelling it.
Oh, wait, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's been going a while.
Yeah,
Damn.
years and years,
Yeah.
years and years, and they're just like, nah,
It's
fuck
just
it.
going to go off.
Can't be
then.
bothered to pay for the license anymore.
Oh, so the game just goes off.
Just goes.
Damn.
Not
That's-
even allowed to keep it in an offline form.
That's a ball like for anyone that's put some money in those kind of things.
Yeah.
You imagine they just left to stay.
Yeah, and her Springfield was starting to look really good.
Well, yeah, we've had it for a while.
Yeah, she had the fucking elementary school. She had fucking Krusty Land. She had fucking loads of shit.
Oh, I mean, Krusty Burger, you know, the salmonella there.
Yeah, that's gotta be bad.
They've got to be getting some regular salmonella. Springfield, man, I reckon the population will be kept down there. Actually, there we go. Maybe that's to keep the population down. We'll just let McDonald's keep doing their thing.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Sure, and tainted
Yeah.
onions.
Just
Onions.
import the Chinese food. That'll work.
I'm sure we can make our own goddamn
I could
English zombie meat.
yeah, some zombie
on.
meat in a McDonald's burger. You'd never tell the fucking difference.
You really wouldn't. What a flavorings in car.
Yeah,
Beyond Burger.
yeah. Fucking hell. I tried a Beyond Burger again recently.
The
It's
proper-
still
is it-
disappointing. Well,
Is that a Burger King?
no, I had the Beyond Burger, but I think it was
Just
whenever
a random Beyond Burger.
I had a random Beyond
Yeah.
Burger. I've also tried the McDonald's version, and I've also tried the Weatherspoons version.
Oh, right, okay. Of actual, like, fake.
Yeah,
Meat
they're all just they taste weirdly like fucking corned beef.
I know, I've had some of the stuff before. I know exactly what you mean there.
I don't know why.
It's got, yeah, I
It's
know
like yes,
exactly
it
what you mean.
tastes like meat, but it tastes like incredibly processed meat.
Yeah, yeah. Which is a lot of our processed meat, probably how much of it is really meat. So
Yeah, I mean,
how much it's probably not that much different.
yeah. That was one of the lovely things about Amsterdam is again all of the burgers were like, oh, this is definitely just fucking
Yeah.
pure beef. This is good.
Man, this country needs a fucking change. Like,
We
Oh.
need more money, so you need to first of all legalize weed.
there would be
Take
one way, but
taxes.
instead they're just turning up taxes for everyone. That's
Yeah,
what
but
it is instead.
that's the way it's going to make money for the country is to make it legal and tax it. That's what it is.
No.
You know.
They just up the tax for the people. What are you on about? Why would they
Tax
do
for
that
them.
when they can just tax people more?
No, yeah.
What are you on about? You saw the budget
Just
by
keep
now,
squeezing us further and further until our tiny little balls turn to peas in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to survive another 3 years, and then we've got to get Nigel Farage in to destroy the thing.
They're just slowly emasculating the country.
We really are, man. Like, you're right. We get treated like children here, and
We
I
do.
think it probably happens more and more in all countries.
Yeah.
Um,
Realistically, it should be very simple.
civilized countries.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in big air quotes.
Yeah, it should be very simple. It should be once you turn the age of 18, you can do what you like, provided it doesn't harm other people. We're going to tax you to do it because we're going to have to pay for your later healthcare because of your choices.
Some do 21, to remember, but
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't mind paying for
I think 21's fair.
tax on weed because, if I need healthcare later on because I've been smoking my entire fucking life,
Yeah.
that's fine. I've paid for it in the tax.
It's
Brilliant.
strange though because they do seem to be slowly doing something with it because medical marijuana is a genuine thing.
It
It's
is.
super hard to get your hands on.
Yeah.
And there are actual medical marijuana coffee shops in England now
Yeah.
where you can take your own bud in. You don't even need to prove where that bud came from. You just need to prove you're a medical marijuana
Yeah,
person,
if you've got the card, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is interesting. It's so strange that they're like, pussyfooting it in a little bit.
yeah.
But then they just won't go full hog.
Because
Just
again,
do
they
it,
want
guys.
to control the supply entirely themselves through the government.
Be like easy to do once it's got legal.
No, what they don't want is they don't want anyone to be able to make money off of it.
Oh, okay. You're saying they want just government
Yeah.
made ones. Got
Yeah.
ya.
They don't want anyone else to have the control of it. They want to have the control of it.
But then
Which
if you
is
just tax
stupid.
it all, then doesn't
Yeah.
it not matter? Then?
It doesn't. But there's definitely, again, we're gonna have to do another update on the Great British Weed Conspiracy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This shit's
Different
getting
parties
deeper
are in there now too, so there's got to be changes to it.
Yeah, it's getting deeper now because like there's such an active, sort of opposition to it in this country still, even though the vast majority of people either don't care or actively use it.
Yeah,
Man,
it's just impossible to imagine anything changing because I watched the video and I sent it to the guys of an actual when a lot of the Parliament people were in there and they were doing whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And it was just a calamity, a crap, man. When I was
the way,
watching it.
again, like they talk in specifically antiquated ways so that no one can pay attention to what it is they're actually fucking talking about. They never actually discuss the issue. They just go, well, I think you'll find the right honourable but gentleman on the other side of the table was once a person who wore underwear that were too tight at a gentleman's evening. Yes.
That's exactly what it feels like. It's just like you look at it and it's like, how does anything get done?
Nothing gets done. It's by design that nothing gets done. It feels like it, at least
at this point, yeah. Because I bet it wasn't always like that.
No,
but the other part is that's another issue though with having so much history that it's just an excuse to hold on to all these things that don't need to be held on to.
Yeah,
like at least I imagine I was trying to think about how it works, because I was like. In England, like all these different people get into Parliament. You got all these separate people just arguing at each other.
Yeah.
How does anything really get done?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, at least in America, they put in their full party, don't they, in power? But then they've also got the oversight of like Congress and all that too. So it also is like
laws have to be passed by Congress and.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it is. The Senate decides in comparison.
Yeah, so a presidency can start that, but he can't just change laws on his own.
Yeah.
Which I imagine there's something like that here, or just in the sense of because there's
we've
different
got the
people.
House of Lords.
Yeah, all
which
these
is an
separate
unelected
ones.
group of people who do the same job as a group of elected people in America.
Unelected?
Yeah.
House of Lords, are they? Oh.
If you're made a lord, well done, you're in the House of Lords.
Oh, see, I thought that all the people that were in charge of their constituencies, each separate area.
I don't know if it's still.
I thought they could go into House of Parliament.
I don't know if it works that way. I don't think it works that way. I think you literally made a lord and then you're in the House of Lords.
Oh my God! So that even less chances of stuff happening then. I just thought maybe
it's literally old politicians who are now sat there going whether new politicians can pass laws because it's got to go through the House of Lords.
So it's not like I thought the amount of seats that they got would be there's like Jess Phillips in this area that always gets voted in.
No, it's not that. No.
Oh my God.
No, they're just old people who sit in the House of Lords and go, yes, we're right.
And they're the people that are supposed to change the laws.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anytime you make a new law, it's got to go through the House of Lords.
My fucking God. And they don't even have to turn up for work.
No, and there are a bunch of antiquated old buggers who just are stuck in the old days.
And
so no new laws get passed at all.
They only have to turn up to do it. So I'm guessing it's not a case of if three only turn up, then that needs that majority. I'm guessing there's got to be a majority of the people. So you need them all to turn up first anyway.
Yeah.
Basically. Or at least 55% of them to turn up.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Probably something like
There's probably a certain percentage that we've got to vote anyway, like 70%.
Yeah. But the House of Lords can block bills, they can block things, and they can,
Oh, fucking gas too. See, even worse than now, where I'm like, we need to get fucking notified and destroy that fucking system.
Let me just find the House of Lords stuff.
That system needs to get a kick in the balls, man. I'm sure it probably doesn't have balls because if it is a person,
Upper House of the Parliament. Oh yeah, they've got red seats in there as well. In the normal one, it's green. In there, it's red because they're special.
Oh, so that's a different bit.
That's the House of Lords, yeah.
Oh.
They don't do it in the same room.
Oh,
they've got their whole other room.
So the Parliament, House of Parliament, then is that the one where?
That's the one where it's green, and that's where all the sort of
people you vote in.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're the ones I want about, like the people from this area.
Yeah. That's what exists there.
Okay.
And then there's the House of Lords, which is the unelected people who just get to say, no, you're not having that law.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jesus. So is that basically our Congress?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it put in? How did they get in there? There's a people are made lords by
They're
the
made
Queen.
lords by, I think
Kings,
it's
sorry.
by PMs actually.
Okay.
Prime ministers make lords.
In the same way, is that probably like in the same way that when a seat comes available, the president can like put in is it Congress or whatever? Donald Trump got to do like 3.
Yeah,
And normally,
I think it's something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
except she has to. They have to confirm. The prime minister has to confirm it with the Queen. I think of who can be a lord. But the fact is that the Queen is never going to say no. You can't have them as a lord because that would be sort of
Yeah, they just go
modern
along
terms
with it, don't they?
overstepping the bounds.
Yeah, they just go along with it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't rock their boat at all, unless it's Andrew rocking the boat because he's brought too many people on.
Yeah,
certain type of people.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the House of Lords.
It's fucking crazy, man. It's even worse than I
It's
realised. I forgot
amazing how
about that
few
House of
people-
Lords part.
Yeah, it's amazing how few people just forget that it exists.
They never show it.
No, they never do.
The thing I was on about House of Parliament. I used the wrong name.
Yeah.
Have you seen I feel I think this was Hippie Man that I spoke about. It's not you. Do you remember the Manchester bombing thing that happened?
Yes.
Ariana Grande concert.
Yeah.
The victims and stuff from that
Yeah.
are now suing MI5.
Really?
Mhm.
What for?
I'm guessing intelligence, like maybe they had more intelligence about it they didn't act on. Something like that, I
Right.
can only imagine.
Maybe. But even then.
If they have proof that they had intelligence and they didn't do anything, that's probably most definitely what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a look if you want. I just can't myself, obviously.
No.
Actually, you have my phone, actually. What am I on about? Yeah. The actual, reason, like, what they're suing them for, I don't know. I just assume, I can only assume it's something to do with that. I haven't actually seen it reported. So let's have a little look, see. Okay. Manchester bombing victims sue I5, isn't it? MI5. Okay. More than 250 people who are either bereaved by the bombing or survived it are suing MI5, MI6, and GCHQ at an investigatory powers tribunal being held at the Royal Court of Justice in London. Neil Sheldon Casey, representing the security services, argued the claimant's characterisation was not fair.
Yeah.
So, what? I don't exactly know, but it shouldn't be that hard to find. Exactly, no. MI5 institutionally defensive after arena bomb showed institutional defensiveness rather than candour after the Manchester arena, and for years continued to present an inaccurate picture of what it had known about the suicide bomber, the tribunal has been told.
Right.
22 people died and hundreds were injured when Salman Abedi detonated a homemade device at the end of Ariana Grande concert in 2017. More than 250 people were bereaved by the bombing or survived it. They're suing what I just said. So why though? What exactly?
Yeah, I don't get why MI5.
Oh, okay. Last year's public inquiry. Last year's input. Blah, blah, blah. I got proper dry mouth, I don't know what it is. For days I've had it now.
Drink.
I got no one some more. Point in a sec. Last year's public inquiry report found MI5 had missed a significant chance to take action that may have prevented the attack.
Right.
That's what it is. Said that MI5's behaviour in the years after the bombing lacked candour. Yeah. So I'm guessing they're not actually going to go into detail here exactly how, like what evidence they have. The corresponding conclusions. MI5 had presented an inaccurate picture of key parts of the evidence, and the corporate statements displayed retrospective justification, institutional defensiveness rather than candour, as I said again.
Yeah.
Just keep seeing lack of candour. It's so serious. No. The new case is about the missed opportunities to prevent the attack.
Right.
Oh, here we go. I might have something here. The public inquiry revealed that MI5 officers who handled the intelligence had understood at the time that both pieces could relate to terrorism, 2 separate pieces of information about him. I don't know, this is saying what they are. No, they don't seem to be actually saying what the information is.
Yeah,
That
so
doesn't surprise me.
it might be another one of those things where they're not trying to reveal it until it's gone to actual court because, you know, it's...
Yeah, and they might not want to reveal it because it might show, like, how they get the information,
Might
which
do.
they never want to reveal.
Yeah.
MI6, I didn't know that was a thing.
MI6, yeah.
I thought that was the make-believe one.
I think, no, it
one
does
of them
exist.
spy people.
It does exist. It's just that 007 doesn't exist.
Or does it?
Well,
You don't know that.
yeah.
Maybe not with James
I don't
Bond.
think we know the actual codes that they use for their operatives.
Or don't we?
No.
Maybe they're like, that's, you know, yeah, they're not 00 something. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? So
There's
whenever they see something, they're like, ha, silly
There's
person.
GCHQ quite near Matilda. And on occasion, I've seen sort of applications come up for like people working at GCHQ. Like, that would be interesting. That would be a very interesting job.
I wouldn't be surprised if you have to do drug tests. Or
Yeah,
if,
that's the problem. Yeah,
they would watch you a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably have to think about this podcast.
Yeah,
if you worked there,
yeah.
like, do you know what I mean?
That would not. That I don't think I would get past the vetting process.
Well, unless you'd said from here on out, you won't use your name, we'll blur you out.
Well, I'm not using any of this. This is CBD. So.
No, I mean use your name.
Oh.
I didn't mean use anything like that.
Oh, right.
They probably don't even care about that. They're like so past them. They're just worried about who you're talking to in a geopolitical sense. They're like, you talking to Russia?
Yeah. Are you a Russian boy?
I saw your internet come up as you being in Finland. How did that work? It was a VPN. No, don't tell us that. You went there. You jumped about all this country in the space of 2 hours.
Yeah, you were in Finland, then you were in China.
We didn't know why. I've never had that come up on my VPN China, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's never been an option, no. No. Who wants to watch the Chinese version of fucking Netflix?
Oh, I'd be interested to see what it looks like.
I mean, I bet there's some weird shit on there.
Yeah, because there's gotta be, they'd have one. They'd have all their shit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to go through like a company in China. You know how that's how it works.
What?
So for a Western company to release something in China, whether it be a game or a movie, anything, it has to be partnered with a Chinese company.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
And the Chinese companies are always partnered with the Chinese government.
Yeah. No, I don't see any harm in that, do you?
It works quite well for them.
For them, yeah, it works great for them.
Yeah.
Everything's made in China.
Yeah.
I still don't feel like China would they want to worry about that much anyway, though.
I don't think so, but
they just seem to want to just make money.
That seems to be it. It seems to be a sort of a facade of communism over some people making a shitload of money.
And I think we seem to have a relationship with them anyway.
We do, yeah. Everyone does. I mean, we still have kind of a relationship with Russia, even though it's turned sour.
Even probably a better one with Trump now. Like, let's think about this. Yeah, let's go back to the election.
Oh yeah, did you see Putin was immediately sort of pro-Trump again? He was like, "Oh yeah, he presented himself like a man."
He's always kind of been pro-Trump, basically.
Yeah, but that's because Trump's always been a bit pro-Putin.
Yeah, like in regard, like he makes a good point. I've heard him talk. I think it was Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
and he was on about it. Like, you need to have kind of those. You can't just have the leader of America, like have a hateful relationship with the leader of Russia, because then it just goes to
it's
war.
Antagonism anyway. Yeah, he does make
you
a good
want
point.
it to be. You want him to have a good relationship with. I do anyway. It doesn't mean I want him to be best friends with him.
But
I don't
doesn't
think
mean
he
he's
is.
going to just go and pull everything out of Ukraine.
No, but I mean, I kind of think we kind of should anyway.
You think you should?
I think I kind of do. I mean,
is that where you're at now?
I mean, more especially as they're whooping Russia anyway. At the very least, I'm like, okay, we can just stop now.
Well, you do think that we could get to a point where it's a mutual agreement of this point of look, let's just leave the borders the way they are, and everyone just fucking walks away.
I can imagine Trump getting that kind of possibility.
But I think if
But
he
at the
did
same
do
time,
that,
we're
that
giving
would be
too
a
much money to
fucking-
Ukraine, though.
Imagine if he did. Imagine if he did walk in and Putin just goes, "Yep, fine."
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. If
Like,
Trump
if-
walked in, said that,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
was just done.
yeah, and Putin was like,
Imagine
this
though.
as if Putin was just doing him a favor the entire time, you know, just like fucking with them the entire time, and like, oh, he's in now, best friend is in, the move.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying. No, man. I mean, like, I understand why. This is the thing. Like, I do kind of understand this war. First of all, has come about because NATO went against their word.
Technically, in a way, yeah.
It is like,
But at the same time, if a country wants to join a group of nations, why should they not be allowed to?
I agree.
You know?
Yeah, like Russia wanted to join ages ago.
Yeah, they should have. They should have
Like,
allowed
this is
that.
the
Really.
thing.
They should have allowed it. Really.
Yeah, but Russia should have been allowed to join. Really,
Yeah.
you could, because then it would have just wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know.
You have to
Russia.
keep an eye on them, sure, but
Russia are a tricky bunch.
sure, but you know, isn't it even easier to keep an eye on them if they're part of NATO?
Not necessarily.
Doesn't mean you have to give them full access to everything. Like, you know, keep them.
Oh, he'd kick up a stink if he didn't get the same level of access.
Well, considering everything how it's gone, I don't know. Like, you know, they were supposed to not be allowed to come in anyway. It's supposed to be against them.
Yeah.
So if you're bringing them in, then yeah, but no, they didn't even get to that level of conversation.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
No. It would be. I mean, I'm interested to see what's going to happen over the next 4 years. I'm very excited for the comedy options that are going to be available.
oh, that's the bit I'm not, man.
No. No. You misunderstand me. Because everyone else will immediately be doing fucking Trump jokes.
Yeah,
That is all that every other fucking comedian is going to be doing. They're all going to have their own version of a Trump joke.
and every
and
fucking Tonight
I'm
Show,
going to swim in the big, open, deep waters of every fucking other subject. And I'm going to walk onto those stages and I'm going to make a joke about something that isn't goddamn Donald Trump. And people are going to go, thank fuck for that.
You know,
Thank fuck for that. And they're going to start laughing because they're going to finally stop having someone going, did you notice he's orange? Yes, we fucking did.
you know what? You go down that route. That's probably the high road to take.
Yeah.
I'll go down the other route. I'll get on stage and be like, guys, man, fucking hell, start. I'm bored. I'm bored of jokes about Trump, man. Come on. If they're good, then cool, but it's all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
It's not just you either, guys. It's the Tonight Shows. This is like fucking, you know, high-level comics, apparently, doing the same thing.
I still think that's why I did quite well last time as well, is because I just went, I'm not doing politics. I'm a comedian.
Politics are
I'm
hard
here
to
to
do
be
with live
fucking
comics.
funny. Like,
Yeah.
I can have my own political
I don't think a lot of people
opinions.
do comedy, politics, luckily.
No. But they used to be a lot more. Like
Yeah.
when we first started, there were a lot of people who would like immediately do comment. Like,
Oh, yeah,
political
there's always
comedy.
some jokes they'd say, and then they'd say
Yeah.
something to kind of show the side they're on. I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
I never
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
If ever possible, I always try and avoid doing that. I just want to be funny. Am I funny? Cool. That's good.
It is hard being topical, especially if you're starting out, because when you write material, like if it's a topical thing, then you can only use it for a short amount of
Another
time.
reason why I don't like doing topical stuff. If I get a topical joke that happens to work, I'll use it a couple of times and then I'll discard it because there's no point keeping it. You can't keep a joke that long.
So my Liam Payne joke, I already feel like I used it at the perfect time in
Yep.
the perfect place. Oh, here we go. Asda? Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
How close are they?
Oh,
okay,
there you
cool.
go. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
vamp for a bit. I got this.
Yeah, yeah. You cover the finger,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll go and try and see him.
Yeah. Go get the Asdas. Keep the cat in here. Right. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Can't remember. Let's have a little look through the chat, see if anything else happened. Sorry, I've had the chat off again. Nothing. No chat at all. You people. I'm sitting here waiting for your messages, waiting for your discussions. I could discuss anything. I could discuss black holes. I could discuss chairs. I could discuss the way it feels when you open a jar of peanut butter and pierce the lid. I could talk about that feeling in the morning when you pull your nutsack up, like you're sort of stretching it out like it's a fucking instrument, and you just scratch up and down. That's a good feeling. That's a real good feeling. I feel sorry for you ladies that you don't get to experience that one, because scratching your balls, that's a proper one. But yeah, no. Any discussions you want to put through, put them on the live chat. I've got the live chat open up again now, so I can actually see if your messages. I do apologise that I keep swallowing. I do apologise if my voice sounds a bit strange, because as I say, I am just over a nasty cold. So yeah, a lot of fun. No, cat. No. Hey. Oi, what are you doing? Stop trying to open the door. Come here. Cat. Come here. That's it. Come here. Stop trying to open the door. The cat's trying to open the door. The cat's opening the door. Little menace she is. Little menace. Ain't you, love? Eh? You lovely little thing. She is an adorable cat. So, what were we doing? I've completely just missed the point here. She is a lovely cat, though. She's just munching on herself now, which is less dainty than you might expect. But yeah, again, anyone want to put a message in the chat? Please go ahead. I'm open. I'm all ears right now, all eyes, because I'd be reading it. So yeah. Got the Twitch ones through. I don't know if it's like the Rumble ones aren't there, or if you Rumble people are even Rumbles. But you know, are you a Rumble? What makes you a Rumble? The Serbian murder house, though, that was a crazy fucking video. Again, definitely go check that shit out. But like, the idea that there was like a phone out there that was specifically encrypted from off and that you could purchase and burn from a distance, like, that's amazing that was somehow like, I can't imagine why it would be illegal to do it, because technically, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be allowed to hide your data. But at the same time, like, come on, everyone knows who that's going to be fucking used by. I'd like to talk about more of the election stuff as well, but honestly, like, who knows what the future holds, really? We could be on the precipice. Fucking microphone into myself. We could be on the precipice of a fucking world war anyway. We've got no idea. You know? It could be all part of Putin's plan. You know, he could want Trump to be in power, so he'll pull out, and then he'll push further, and then it'll get to the point where we have to declare war, and it will get hard, and Trump won't want to declare war straight away because he's still buddy with the guy, and then eventually he'll have to do it. It's like World War II repeating itself, but with slightly different reasons for each one of the fucking factors in it. You know? And Germany will be sort of somehow on the ally side this time, which would be interesting. Unless they do a switcheroo. That'd be amazing. If they just went suddenly all of a sudden, you know what, actually we kind of like what this Putin guy's going with. We've seen this before, we think it might work this time. But no, honestly, I don't think we've got anything too much to worry about. The life is going to go on. We will keep surviving. Everything's going to be fine. Sounds like some shopping has been achieved. The Asda man has arrived and has dropped off the food. Has anyone been watching Big Brother House? The Big Brother House. Has anyone been watching Big Brother? Because Matilda has been watching it all the time, and I've never had that much contact with Big Brother before. I've never been in the room with Big Brother for that much time. But recently, while I've been sort of watching it with Matilda, I've started watching quite a lot of Big Brother, even if I don't intend to. Even if yeah, no, but I've been there since the start. She's been watching it in the same room as me while I've been working from the start. I know all of the people. I know all the characters. I know Marcello. I know Lily. I know Emma. I know fucking Baked Potato, Nathan. I know them all. Yeah. Oh, Nathan. I mean, he's not my favorite guy, but the thing is, it's like he does remind me a bit of like Ben. You know, he's like a mate of mine called Ben, who's like he's basically got the same political opinions and stuff like that, and he's he reminds me a lot of him, and it's like, well, I reckon I could probably hang out with him and be all right, to be honest.
Yeah, he just seems like he'd be quite
I'd probably disagree with him on basically everything.
Yeah.
But
As much
that
as I like him, I think I disagree with him a lot. Probably.
that's the thing. I don't think
It matters.
agreeing with someone all the time is necessary.
No, it's not. You don't have to agree with someone all the time at all.
And it's
I
ridiculous.
don't think we agree with all of our
No.
political stuff.
Absolutely not.
I don't know how I agree. I don't know my opinions on all political stuff all the time either. To be fair,
No,
though, but-
again, like when we did that thing, sometimes both of us were just like, "Oh, I don't know enough about that. I don't care."
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. Like this is the amount of people now that were talking with the Trump thing that women have lost their rights now, and I'm like, no, come on, no.
Yeah.
Like I get what they're saying because they're on about with the whole Roe Wade and all that.
Yeah.
But it's not even that anyway, though. Like he's not trying to ban abortions like it's been made out to be.
No.
It's just I don't really see why it needed to be done either. But it's just putting it back in the power of the state. So realistically, it's back in people's control more. I think it going the other way, it would have been a bit too much if they were able to create it so that you could go to. If the government were able to just make it so that you could have proper late-term abortion,
there are states.
I don't agree with that either. So
states also put in laws that are like,
some do.
oh, you can't go across border and have one. Some in a different state. That's also illegal.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal.
I don't see how you could be allowed to do that. That's just taking away from freedom right there.
Yeah. I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think if you have the ability to be able to get on a jet for $200 and then do the procedure for another $100, which is not great. There's still $300, which not everyone in America can afford, but it's still potentially doable. But
I don't like it. I think everybody should be allowed to have abortions first.
I think everyone should be able
not
to.
Up to me to choose, so it's down to each state to make their choice.
In a way, it does make sense, but it would be nice if it was just a federal thing of like, just do this. But
yeah,
it doesn't
but
work.
It does also seem to go too far the other way. Then though, there needs to be something there. There needs to be some kind of voted upon thing as to what is the point.
Yeah,
but I don't know where it is here. I know we've got a point you can go to. To me, it feels like just saying the middle is probably the easiest.
Yeah,
like around the 20-week mark. But at the same time, there's certain things in development before that. So I'm like, 20 weeks, you should know. There's plenty of people to find out later, but I'm sorry, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
You should be able to know before that and make a choice before that. By that point, you're already able to tell what sex they are. So it probably feels like it should be before that then. I know there's certain points where I looked at it before and I was like, this point looks like right.
Right.
But it's a debatable thing, isn't it? At what point?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Like when they start creating, I don't think a hobby necessarily means that's it. Like because you get that quite early. Like it's when they start creating brain function, really, maybe. Doesn't mean they start thinking. I just mean their brain starts developing.
Again, it's difficult to say. Again, it's like, what if there's a baby who is going to be born and is going to die almost immediately, and it's horrible?
Well, that's completely different. Yeah, there's even Donald Trump said there should be different exceptions for people that have been raped and stuff too. Yeah, but that's once again that's just his personal opinion. I kind of understand, as much as I don't like it, putting it back in the hands of the people, essentially, which is what it is, the states, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like
but it does
but
muddy
I
the
get it.
waters. And again, it's
Yeah.
the problem is I just have a problem with them
Christians
going
over
like,
there
you
too.
shouldn't be able to go to a different state and do it. It's like, leave your shit alone.
Yeah, that's bullshit, that is.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
you can't say, oh well, you did something in a different state where it's legal and we're gonna prosecute you for it here where it's not. That's crazy.
And that doesn't even mean that somebody should be stuck with a kid if they don't want it. Like, adoption should be straight up. If they're not allowed to get rid of it, they should be allowed to just straight up adopt it.
Yeah.
You know.
But
I think there has to be more done as well for people adopting people. I think adopting is such a cool thing.
Yeah,
I mean, you get to have women. You get to have a kid without ripping yourself apart.
it's not bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like,
someone else did the
you
ripping,
can, yeah,
the ripping and the tearing.
you can still hold in a piss. Like,
Yeah.
I know you might be like, I want to carry it. Like, yeah, carry it would be fun and all that, but then the ripping it out after that.
Yeah.
Good. Maybe
Yeah.
C-section should be a norm.
You don't want your vagina turning into a level of doom.
There should be a norm. Like, you know, we're at a point now where we can do crazy stuff technology-wise.
Yeah,
How are we not able to just, when a woman's pregnant and it gets to like 16 weeks, 20 weeks, they can just pop it out easily when it's little
yeah.
and just put it in a thing and it does the rest there? That should be an option by now. You shouldn't have to destroy.
They are
yourself to
working
have a
on
kid.
artificial wombs. In fact, they're working on an artificial womb to bring a mammoth to life as well.
Oh, I've heard about this mammoth thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that because I know normally when they do the cloning thing, they put it obviously in like,
The thing is, they
but they
wouldn't.
can't do cloning.
Yeah, they said that
essentially.
people have gone, oh, why can't you put it in an elephant or something? An elephant would actually die carrying
Yeah,
a
'cause
mammoth
it's
to
huge, isn't it, a
term.
mammoth
They
compared
are enormous.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but it's also
enormous.
going to be essentially like a hybrid. Though. It's not going to be a full-on mammoth, is it?
No, because they've had to take certain. They've basically done a Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had to fill in blanks. Yeah,
Which is how they managed to explain away why Jurassic Park dinosaurs aren't feathery. Because it was because they were put in with amphibians or
Oh.
frogs, I think it was.
Excuse me. Did you see?
goddamn! I'm about to call him hermaphrodite. Neanderthal. That's it. Not an hermaphrodite.
You know the in 2021.
That boxer wasn't a woman. She was a guy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. You know that what was it talking about? In 2021,
Yeah.
they found a dinosaur egg that was perfectly fossilized.
Right.
And it actually had the little baby dinosaur fossilized inside it perfectly, like,
Oh shit!
and it's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I imagine that.
I'd never seen it before, but I saw it popped up on my timeline. I was like, that's that's some shit right there.
Oh, back in a second. So I left my.
Can you have any tissues anywhere? Can you pass me some tissues, please? Because I am desperate for a snorking. A snorking. I went snonking for some reason. Oh, it's all right. It'll sit there. It'll sit there. Oh dear. Nice to be back behind the saddle again. I haven't had any time to play any computer games recently, which is a shame because I've really been looking forward to playing Call of Duty 6 ever since I had a little smash of it around here. It was surprisingly fun playing the open world mission on it, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. The mission that he showed me.
Oh, that one. Oh, have you not had a? I hope to God that you turned your mic off. You didn't, did it? Oh my God, people! I apologise.
I was off mic.
That sound travels through the ether. That sound would get picked up like in the other side of the house, and it's a small house, but still, you know, for it to travel that far,
Don't get me wrong. It's
doors are
pretty,
closed.
it's pretty skank, but
It smells like this chicken tikka. I imagine it's a similar smell, even though I was going to smell the chicken
I
tikka.
can't smell anything.
That's because you just cleared your nose. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do. Yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
do. You should be free and clear right now.
Not really.
Oh well.
I've still got a load of fucking stuff coming out my sinuses.
Well, a lot of the time as well, though, it's when the sinuses are closed too. Though it's like even you know, like when you're blowing it out and your nose feels blocked. It's not always stuff there, like physically blocking it.
it's just literally a swollen and shit.
yeah, the sinus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there's nothing to clear out. I tried to explain this kind of stuff to Mom.
Yeah. It's why if you get to a point where you're only getting tiny bits out, you should just stop blowing if it's not changed.
Well, I will never advocate for women to stop blowing. Can't do it.
Every time I get to the end of a cold, it is gross, but I end up sort of having a mega fucking snot out of my sinuses by the end of it. It's always horrible.
It's good to get all the crap out.
It is. And I the worst time it ever happened was at university, where I got like 3 colds in a row. And by the end of it, literally, I was blowing at one point around a friend's house, and it would not stop. I just kept blowing and blowing, and this tissue was just expanding with more snot than could possibly be held in the human head, right? And I got to the end of it, and it literally felt like my teeth had emptied. Like, I could feel, for some reason, less pressure in my gums and shit.
Yeah,
It was fucked, dude. It was fucked.
Hey, it's in your face.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't hear a lot of that after hearing part that I did.
You should be.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
I see we've lost a viewer.
I can't see.
Yeah. I don't blame people for leaving after that. That's you know.
There was already a plot that was uncovered, to assassinate Trump again.
Oh, Iran, yeah.
Yeah, Iran. What was it? 3 men charged in New York in connection to Iranian plans to assassinate Trump and other US citizens. One still in Iran. The plot was arranged in September ahead of the election. Yeah, there was something about he fucked them over before, didn't he, with sanctions the last time he was in. I know I heard about that.
I think so.
To the point that they were almost screwed over, which is why I assume they were just trying to stop him getting in power because they built back.
Yeah.
With however, I guess Biden was cool with them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was cool with them. Yeah, there's Iran and America have never been like good bedfellows.
Yeah, because we back Israel, don't we?
Yeah.
And Israel and Iran don't like each other.
No.
Well, Israel and nobody down there. I don't know why Israel wants to be there.
Yeah, because it says so in the Bible.
Ugh.
Or
Well,
the Torah.
The Torah, yeah. They use a different
word, but it's the same fucking story, just told in a slightly different way. But they don't have the second fucking.
And Jesus ain't so special.
They don't have the sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus ain't so special.
Jesus ain't so special. Yeah.
It's like most of the
Muslims don't believe that Jesus is
Yeah.
It's just a prophet like any other
It's
prophet.
just a dude.
Yeah.
Same level as Muhammad.
Yeah.
And we all know
He's like, yes, he was the son of God in the way that we're all the son of God, but
he was just a great dude like Muhammad.
Yeah.
Because you all know Muhammad and all of them were great dudes.
Yeah. None of them ever slept with 13-year-olds
Well, that you're being
at the age of 30 something.
I think 50 actually.
50 something, yeah, you're right.
9 when he married her.
Yeah. Oh shit, no, you're right. It was
But apparently he waited.
Yeah.
Like cut did,
Yeah, sure, right. Yeah.
Right.
But that's
What the hell would you marry a 9-year-old in the
hella noble.
Oh, yeah, man, he did a great thing, that guy. Praise be upon him.
By
That's
the
one
way,
you can't
people, I have a problem with all religions. They're all stupid.
Yeah. Is it Muhammad you can't draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
I fucking can.
You can't.
Fucking can.
Well, you can.
You
You can't.
I fucking can. Though.
Yeah, that is weirdly
If
one
I
thing.
sit in my car after I've done doing this on the drive home, and I just pull over, get a notepad out and a pen, and I just draw a fucking a dude,
Man.
and I put Muhammad point the fucking thing pointing at him, I can fucking draw him. No one will do it. No one will do a fucking.
But
thing
if you
to
did it on screen,
but if I did it on the screen right here, right now, I might have a problem.
we might get some views though. Like, up the views a bit.
Might.
That's one thing they legitimately kill people for.
They have legitimately killed people.
But that guy who had a whole
Not they
book-
as a whole group, like certain people of the Muslim.
Oh well,
faith
no,
path.
yeah, but the Muslim book also says that they have to support those people too.
Yeah, they do say
Like
that.
it literally just say that
Yeah.
they can't support.
So you can't draw a picture of that.
non-Muslims
No,
over
you
Muslims.
can't draw a picture of that. No, you can't, because I'll kill you. Yep.
Imagine if Heart Attack had the same fucking stakes.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
This is an heart attack.
Yeah.
This is an heart attack.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, an actual attack. I'm dead, guys.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Shit.
I got killed by their head.
Let me do a big heart attack with my guts. Zooms out. It's a picture of a fucking lake.
It's even crazy how that's happened recently. Like that happened with that guy who got like jumped on stage and like stabbed up and that.
I know.
But that just having a verse where there was like Muhammad was speaking to himself.
Yeah.
But I don't understand as well at the same time. If you can't like do the name or all that, you shouldn't be calling everyone Muhammad too, because
Yeah.
that feels like
It feels like it's. You can't have your cake and eat it too, guys.
it just feels like it's the same kind of thing, really.
It does, yeah.
You shouldn't be able to write the name, so
Yeah.
you shouldn't. Fuck knows how they're able to do it in the Quran. It should be like he who cannot be named.
Yeah.
Because that's it. But then again, I suppose that's God writing that though, isn't it? So that's God's
Yeah.
word. It's okay then.
I did see
You
there
can't reprint it.
there was a news report of like it was like a video from like what was it? I didn't use this word, they used the word. It was quiz for Palestine.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen Queers for Palestine. Yeah,
And it's like, yeah, quiz for Palestine, and loads of
Really?
people from Palestine are like, fuck you,
Yeah.
fucking F words.
but they're not going to support you over there in any manner.
So what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
I thought I was saying they should have a pride fucking parade in Palestine. Not Palestine, maybe as well.
Yeah, well, Israel, I think probably you can. Oh,
Probably can actually.
I don't know, because did you ever watch Bruno? His time where he was in Israel was some of the most
Bruno,
scary
sorry.
bits.
I forgot about Bruno. No, I
Yeah.
haven't seen Bruno. Well, I did, but I can't
Yeah,
remember it.
Oh, there's a bit where he's walking around in fucking Israel, in the Hasidic area of
Oh,
Israel,
God, yeah.
like the full-on Orthodox
Yeah.
shit, and he's wearing like a gay, skimpy version of the Orthodox outfit with the curls, and he's just like walking up to people like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" It's like,
You know what? I bet he could have survived a lot better dead than if he'd gone to like the camp part.
Honestly,
not
mate,
like that, the camp part.
by the end of it, he's
the camp.
fucking sprinting down the road with a bunch of his Hasidic Jews just throwing shit. And there's a bit after that where he gets
He got straight
he
up
gets-
beheaded in
he
Palestine.
gets one of the people of Hamas and one of the people of like
Wow, he gets some
yeah, he gets a Hamas member
Jesus
and he gets a fucking what's it called member
idea.
yeah, IDF
Oh.
people on the same side, either side of a table, with him in the middle as a mediator.
Wow, okay.
And he starts trying to go like, well, what don't you like about him? And he's like, well, I don't like this and that. And they goes, okay, what do you like about him? He's like, I don't. And they go, okay, let's think of something. Okay, let's think of something that we both like. Okay, what do you both like? What do you like to eat? Hummus. Yeah, hummus is good. Hummus is good.
Yeah.
And they both agree on liking hummus. And it's like, okay, now we have a place to go
we found
from.
somewhere. Fucking hell, Bruno creating world peace, man. That's wow. If he's the only one that can do it, I don't know what that says about that.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny, and then it's just he tries to do this whole healing dance thing with them at the end of it. Oh.
Fucking healing dynasty.
That guy is still in my top 10 of fucking comedians of all time.
He's very angry that Trump won as well, though.
Yeah, but
They'll all get over it.
they'll get over it.
They'll kind of have to. They've
They'll
got
be
like
alright.
how long now until? Imagine if Biden decides to do a January 6th. Like he starts getting like all the OAPs
yeah.
ramming the Capitol.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Get on your
I think most of the OAPs are probably more likely to vote for Trump, to be honest.
okay. Get all the young'uns.
Yeah. Get all
bite
of
your
them
feet.
with their hair legs.
I bite
And they can rub my hair legs and make them go straight in the water.
Yeah.
And then we can walk on the Capitol.
Slowly. Slowly.
Just make sure you tell me where to go. I get lost sometimes. That's the thing about Joe Biden. He says everything in the same way.
Yeah.
I just shit myself. I don't think if you knew that.
Have you seen have you seen Adam Ray doing this? Like, he's so fucking good at it. And he's just staring off into space. I think I love it by then.
That's the way you always got to be looking at people in the audience
Yeah.
who aren't there.
Yeah.
I used to eat a cat. I didn't like it much. I never liked the taste of pussy.
Oh. You know what I'd love to, oh, actually wait, Puerto Rico part of America?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of is.
Can they
It's
vote?
I don't know.
I don't know if they were able to vote in. I was about to say I'd like to see how Puerto Rico voted, but I don't even know if they can.
Yeah,
I'm really unsure how that works actually.
No idea.
What the fuck do we care? Actually, no, isn't there a lot of Puerto Ricans in America? Isn't that what it is? I'd like to know how Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but
Puerto
I still
Ricans
don't know
voted,
if
never
they're. I still don't know if they're like.
able to vote.
I don't
I suppose it
know,
depends how they belong to. But if they've got citizenship or not, doesn't it?
because I don't think it's a state, is it?
I don't think so. No.
And would it have to be a state for them to be able to be covered by that? Is it just a?
Surely. Yeah. Like they'd have to be a state to be able to vote.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have representation.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, surely.
Excuse me.
Unless they're like, I mean, what else could they be?
It'd be fucked up if they're taxing them. Because that would be taxation without representation, which is what the whole reason for the American fucking Revolution was for.
Oh.
I'm
There's got to be something there. I feel like it's like Spanish or something.
going to turn it off.
There you go. A little bit of decorum in the podcast studio. Y'all don't have to hear the atrocious noises. I do. Even the cat, I can't see it because I'm still blind, but I can see the cat looked up and was like, yo, what are you doing? Don't worry, kitty. He's not trying to get his brains out. He might do by accident. I mean, I don't like blowing my nose because I feel like my brain might come out. I like this brain. Right to a point.
All is good. Up in this hood.
All the good in the hood.
Yes. Oh.
I need to get some plastic jewellery.
Ooh.
Well, I suppose I don't have to really. Yeah, I know if I take my stuff out when I do my MRI,
Yeah.
if I take all of my piercings out, I won't be able to put them back in. I'm always not able to get them back in. I close up quickly, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to stabbed again.
No.
I will because they accent my face.
Yeah. I've never gone in for the piercing thing.
They can accent the face though.
Yeah, but I don't know what piercing I would need. You know, I don't think there's anything that I could add to this.
My ex was more than willing to tell me.
I mean, this is already perfect.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean,
I
as
can't
said,
see, but
the only thing I think I might want to do is try that mustache only vibe.
You should. I've seen that a lot, and it's a perfect month to do it.
Mm.
You're in November.
Yeah.
You got an excuse to do it now. People won't look. You could put an excuse to try it out for a month. See how you feel.
Yeah.
I think you should do it right on the podcast right now.
just shave it off.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got a shave, but you should. That's what I do.
Oh, I can't go close enough for scissors.
You can get there, I got a shave. I don't think I do have a shave actually. I think you need to record it and put it on, or
yeah, do it for the pod.
Yeah, you got to
do a special intro. Next week's intro will have me at the end of it just doing a shave, going full fucking Ron Swanson with it.
Yeah, so I imagine Ron Swanson would have that would take. Actually, you know what though, Ron Swanson, it would take a long time, I reckon. Oh, you mean Ron Swanson is in the style?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant as in the shave. I was going to say, I imagine if he shaved his mustache off, it would take a long time.
Oh yeah, no.
It looks like it would be one thing, but I imagine it would be layers.
Yeah.
It would break if you tried to just go through in one go.
Yeah.
Be like trying to go through nylon. I think nylon is something that's not natural, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's hard.
It's not real.
Yeah, nylon.
It's not real shit.
Yeah. Tubes are made out of nylon. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can have them made.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned that apparently Trump, legitimately did have a surgery on his scalp to stop him going bald.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it was earlier.
So did Elon Musk.
Yeah, but it's an earlier one.
Have you seen Elon Musk's hair come back? It's an amazing thing. Because when he's in PayPal, his hair is almost completely gone.
Paper.
Yeah, he was sort of involved in PayPal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where he got most of his money to start Tesla.
Oh, I did not realise that.
Yeah, and then once he started Tesla, suddenly he had enough money to get fucking hair implants.
Hair transplant.
Yeah, and suddenly he started getting this hair back over the top.
Yeah. It was some
was
different
amazing.
version though, like rather than a hair transplant though. It was some older version of it.
Let's also just talk
Worked,
quickly before I forget about Elon Musk talking for Donald Trump.
Yeah, the fact that he's got him in his back pocket now,
Mm-hmm.
in the presidential pocket, like
Yeah,
the country could literally be in an amazing place right now.
if it works.
Well, you got the president buddying up with the smartest tech, like the guy who's creating the most amazing tech right now
Yeah,
for space travel, the smartest dude.
he's a dick in a lot of ways, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but
So you have to be that kind of person.
It's got nothing to do with that. Anyway, he's on the tech side. You know, he's not going to be. He doesn't. I don't think anyone would go to Elon Musk for human emotional counsel.
Oh no, that's a terrible idea. Yeah, yeah.
He
No,
probably
if you're expecting cuddles and happiness from Elon Musk, then go somewhere else because it's clear he doesn't even give it to his children.
He's got to have psychopathic tendencies to be that person.
Definitely.
Like,
but nowhere near as badly as his dad did. His dad was an evil shit.
Oh, it makes even more sense in that
Yeah,
case.
his dad was an evil shit.
I don't know anything about Elon Musk's dad.
Yeah, not a good guy.
Why? Like, what kind of thing?
Oh, let's go into it. Let's do a deep dive. Elon Musk's dad.
I don't know anything about this. It's not Tesla, I'm guessing. Tesla's not his granddad. Does he come from a long line of Templars? Does he come from a Batman actor? Does he come from a musical where I saw his testicles play in Frodo?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
I don't know then. What
Controversy.
did he do? Elon Musk, what's he done? He's got a son who is not a person anymore. That's a man or a girl. It's a non-binary, I think. I don't know. But the name is...
Well, it seems to not
got
be
symbols.
showing any information, but like there's been multiple documentaries that have gone into it. But Elon Musk's father says he isn't proud of his son.
Oh.
Jesus.
Why wouldn't you be proud? What? The shit that he's done and doing. How can you not be proud of... Well, that's where his drive comes from.
Elon Musk's father shocks world by impregnating stepdaughter.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
What? So...
Quite frankly, for
His
Elon Musk
stepdaughter.
to be as like level-headed as he is,
He has to become he's sociopathic then.
he has to, like, his dad, like Elon's done quite well for himself mentally.
He checked out a while ago then from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe he was like well, I don't know if Sheldon really exists. He seems like he's got emotional potential there, Elon.
Yeah.
He's just weird, but maybe
His
he checked
dad-
out a while ago in that
His
case.
dad
then.
seems like he was no, his dad was the one who was doing the thing with the stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
But what is that? So stepdaughter. So the dad's stepdaughter. So would that
So
be
his
one of
wife's
Musk's-
daughter.
right? Okay, and this recent or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant
His
like,
dad's 78.
Oh, and this happened recently.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if we were talking about something from like when Elon was a kid. or
No,
something, you
this
know.
is recent.
Oh, damn.
And
okay.
like there's loads of other stuff. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to do a deep dive episode on it at some point because
Okay, yeah.
there's definitely documentaries on this shit. And they own diamond mines and shit, and treat people like shit and use all the like cheapest
so
labor and
Elon's
stuff.
money comes from family then originally.
Yes,
He's just done good shit with it.
yes,
That's one good thing at least.
yeah. There's no doubt he's a savvy businessman.
Yeah.
But he is a bit more on the Thomas Edison side than the Nikola Tesla.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Okay. See, this is the problem though. We have learned because the amount that Elon Musk is doing for the world, it's like I've learned over the last few years, especially. I think we've always known it as a people, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, the people that are doing the most for like charity and all that always end up being the worst people.
Yeah.
So, what's he hiding?
Yeah. Elon Musk is almost certainly got some very strange things going on.
That's
behind the scenes.
it would not be surprising at all.
He's a
as we-
billionaire. He owns fucking islands.
I've heard somebody refer to him on the news as the richest man alive, but I don't think that's true.
He was for a bit,
Yeah, he's not now.
and then he lost a load of money on
buying Twitter.
buying Twitter, and that dropped him down.
Yeah.
And now he's quite a lot further down because of that.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't gained the money back.
He's done some great shit. Though. It's the SpaceX stuff for me. It's
SpaceX
amazing.
is the most important thing that he or anyone has ever really done.
Yeah.
And regardless of how I feel about the man or the way he conducts
him.
himself, we need him.
We do.
And we need him to move forward because
It's quite cool
we
that he
cannot-
is now with the presidency,
Yeah.
though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good potential.
and it annoys me so much when people are going like, oh, but why are you so concerned about going into space? We should be concerned about this planet. It's like, but actually,
But that's the
you
point.
can solve all the problems on this planet by going to space.
Yeah. And
Because
if
you
this
can go
planet
to
falls
space
apart-
and you can mine asteroids that are literally made of gold.
Yeah.
Have more gold in one asteroid than is in the entirety of Earth's supply.
Well, yeah, but that would kind of destroy gold if we got that, though. That would
But it
make
doesn't
gold
matter,
cheap,
'cause
but that's just an example.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because then we can now use all of that gold to make more circuit boards, better technology. We can advance society.
I was thinking more like about asteroids that had like, like we're running out of, I don't know, like we always talk.
Oh, they've got
about
everything. They've got lithium. They've got deodinium. They've got fucking.
something needs for fracking, for mining,
Yeah,
any of that
They've got
stuff.
all of it. Absolutely
Yeah.
all of it is out
Always have.
there in the asteroid field.
Yeah.
And we could
And
just
more too.
reach out and grab it.
And like, higher dense like materials that we can use for power than we've ever thought of.
Yeah.
Like they talk about element 115, that's actually been found as a thing now, like
Yeah.
potentially.
Potentially. Yeah.
Potential thing.
Well, the thing is, most of the elements they find now are by making them artificially in the lab, and it is almost impossible to make them stable. The question is, how do you make that element stable? Because if you can make the element stable, then you can see what you can do with it. But until we can do that,
They also have the same problems like with elements that we have here on Earth, creating that as well, to making them stable, but they have just as much issue doing that. I know they have no need to.
I don't think so, because it's very easy to create a hydrogen thing, for example, because hydrogen is two protons and 2 electrons or something like that. Or is it just 1 proton and 2 electrons? I don't know. Hydrogen is 1 proton.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then hydrogen can combine with another hydrogen, and then that creates helium.
Right.
And it goes up like that. So you can gradually push
I know
these
it's all
chunks
about
together.
the atomic
And that
number
means
and all
that means we can synthesize iron very easily, because you just know what elements you need to bombard together to get iron at
because
the
you've
end.
got
of
a
it.
map already.
Because
So
you've
it's
got a
not so
map for
much
it.
you're creating it out of nowhere then, if you're mixing stuff.
Yeah, it's like alchemy essentially.
yeah,
What they
okay.
thought alchemy is what essentially chemistry is. We just go,
Yeah, so it's not
oh, we
alchemy,
know
it's
that
what-
this has got iron oxide in it as a solution. We want to cover this thing with iron,
'Cause it sounded,
which means we
yeah.
can just electrolyze this with this, and then we cover that with iron.
When it started, it sounded like we were talking about like creating these elements out of nowhere then,
Yeah,
which is
what we're trying to do more with the elemental stuff, because what they're doing there is they are bombarding an already existing atom with huge amounts of energy and particles to see what happens, essentially. And that means that for very small amounts
so
of
much
time,
of science is I see what happens.
yeah, for a very small amount of time, you get this particle that just for a moment blips in, and it's like, oh, we've got it, and then suddenly, boom, it's gone again, because they just can't maintain that level of energy.
Yeah. That's
you know?
the big problem we have, isn't it? From what I've heard, the big issue we have is not understanding the material science. It's the power.
Yeah, and
powering
it could even
shit.
be that we don't understand the material science. There could be something happening on the quantum level that we're not aware of that makes these things stable. Which, if we were somehow able
Right,
to
I got you.
add that into the recipe, we could stabilize the element, but we don't know how. You know?
Yeah, and if we had an example of it, it'd be even easier. Even if we find just a small Well, I don't know, but in these asteroids, we might not even have to worry about it because they're just there anyway.
Yeah.
We have loads of them around. It'd be good. We could still, obviously, like you said, do them backwards. It's like back engineering it, then, isn't it?
Yeah, back engineering is always easier.
I see.
Yeah.
If you've got an example of it,
Because it's like, oh look, that we can do that.
Yeah.
We've seen that is doable, so therefore we just have to figure out the science.
Yeah, I'm with you a bit more. Yeah. But it all seems like it would be not something very easy to do. It's just cool, the stuff that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But then, if Elon can, it could be like very cool.
It could be amazing. If we can get into space, we can solve all of Earth's problems. If we can easily get to and from other planets and other moons and asteroids, we have solved everything. There's water asteroids out there that are just giant, pure chunks of water. Now, what you'd have to do is take it back, quarantine it, make sure there was nothing on there that's going to kill anyone, and then boil the shit out of it. But now you've got a big supply of water. Water is going to become a problem in the near future, where we do not have enough water. That will be a way to get a fresh supply of water.
We'd have you could just take it from the ocean?
Yeah, but electrolyzing it is going to be very expensive. Whilst in comparison, if you've already got this fleet of ships going out to the fucking asteroid,
we've already seen we've got the ships that can go and come back and not have to be rebuilt each time.
Yeah.
The fact, to me, that's a huge part of
it.
The
next thing we need is an asteroid catching net. We need to be able to create a net that is large enough and strong enough to wrap around an asteroid without breaking the asteroid.
Yeah.
We have to be able to gently tow this asteroid and then pull it to a point between the Earth and the Moon, which is the Lagrange point, which is basically where you can hold this asteroid, and because of the Earth and the Moon having the exact same level of pull on it at this point, it will just sit there and happily float between the two.
Okay.
At which point you can then send people off of the Moon to go and mine it, get all the stuff you need, do the processing on the Moon, send that back to Earth.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like you turn it into a satellite on it.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
And then once you've got that, you start getting enough options to be able to make materials long enough that you can do things like space elevators. Once you've got a space elevator, you can So
you skip past the space elevator, like we're all like, oh yeah, space elevator.
Right.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Do you know how space elevator works?
Oh yeah, totally. Let's just assume, no, for the people watching that they don't. Obviously, I know.
When
Come on.
you've got like a piece of string around your finger and you've got like a ball on the end of it and you spin it, what happens?
Wait, what? When
you've got a string wrapped around your finger, you've got a ball on the other end of the string and you spin it.
Goes around your finger.
It goes around your finger and it keeps spinning and it stays out, right? It's taut. It stays as a long
until the string goes too thin and then it's just right on your finger.
No, say it's sort of on a ring. On a ring.
Okay.
Spinning around and around and around, right? It will constantly just sit there out perfectly straight, being pulled away because of the force pulling it away, right?
Ding, ding, ding.
A space elevator uses the same principle. So you have a foundation going into the Earth miles and miles and miles deep.
Right.
And then from that, you have a space cable going all the way up out into space, at which point it is being pulled by another object at the end of it, i.e. a space station type thing, but a small enough one that it's not going to rip it out of the ground.
Right.
At the top, which is now acting as the ball on your finger. So you can have this giant structure that is miles and miles and miles in length out into space, but it has essentially no weight because it's being pulled from the Earth's own spin out into space.
Right, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you've still got to have the foundation because it's still going to have a weight on Earth. You've got a certain amount of structure that you're going to have to build for, and that's going to require materials that we're going to require huge amounts of stuff that we would need again from asteroids and things.
So it would be a big ass building still.
Big ass thing.
Okay.
But once you've got it, you've got this giant cable that you can then just fucking send shit up. You don't have to use rockets anymore. You don't have to use jet propulsion. You don't have to use anything like that. You don't even have to use fuel. This thing can run off of fucking solar panels because it's just a big fucking freight lift. That's all it is.
Oh, so is that literally would be
It's literally
an
just
actual lift
that in
straight up?
Halo 5, they have an example of a space elevator, and you're fighting on it at the end as it's going up. It is awesome.
Okay.
I'm so I loved seeing it because I was like, this is the shit I want to see in the future of humanity, because it means suddenly space like freight becomes almost like negligible in its price, because you're literally just using a lift to move stuff up. You don't have to do
you don't
any.
really have to think about it
Yeah.
after that. Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just maintenance.
Imagine that's what the pyramid was originally.
That'd be amazing if it was just structural grounding points for a fucking lift.
You never know.
I mean, it doesn't sound impossible.
It's just, yeah. That's what you were saying. I kind of was thinking about the way it would have to be made, and I was like, it kind of sounds like a pyramid.
Yeah, it does a bit. Yeah, it would have to be a giant structure like that. It would have to
Well, the
fill.
tops aren't
yeah,
there anymore.
yeah.
So with the cable,
Maybe.
it'd have to be much wider, though, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Depending on what they had in it.
But imagine how fucking awesome that would be.
I've got a video that I'll show you at some point just on my phone.
Yeah.
Of an AI generated video of how the pyramids are built. and it's like you got the Egyptians, but you just got giants.
Oh, the
around them.
aliens and shit, and yeah,
There's
yeah,
giants just picking it up and
Yeah.
doing it, and everything's floating. It looks so weird.
yeah.
So I thought of that then, but
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that you break it down and it turns to like essentially like it kind of sounds like a freight elevator going up. It makes you go to that kind of like you imagine space travel of being all like a beam shooting you up,
Yeah.
but it actually turns out being more of like an alien kind of aesthetic, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, essentially what you'd do, yeah, you'd have like this giant lift would take you up to above orbit, not above the atmosphere,
Yeah.
and then from there you'd get onto a shuttle that would take you to either the moon or a spaceport, depending on how much we've got built at the time. And then from there you go on to your destination. Are you going to Mars? Are you going to Titan? Are you going to Europa? Are you going,
I know those moons.
be sweet.
It would start very quickly. You start feeling like that. What's the game now I was playing? Not Spacefall. Something like that. That one that was, the big open world one that was Skyfall. No, Skyfall was
No,
one.
the Bethesda one.
Yeah, really good game.
Starfield.
Starfield, that's it. Yeah, it is a good game. It feels like that. It feels very much like how it could be in the future.
I mean, that's. I like Starfield's aesthetic because it looks like.
Realistic.
Yeah, it looks like what we would be kind of doing once we start spacefaring.
It's crazy just hearing on the news. I saw something on the news about a Dyson sphere.
Yeah.
Talking about the possibility of them being out there already. Just the fact that they were talking
Well, the
about
thing is,
them.
Dyson spheres don't have to be a solid object. They can just be like loads of little drones.
Yeah.
Which is
Like a net.
way easier. Yeah, because you don't have to, have the whole structure built around it. You just sort of replace ones when they go down.
Yeah. That would be the more realistic idea, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Random topic change. I saw something that I'd forgotten about. I was actually going to make sure I get it right as well. More stuff coming about the Liam Payne death.
Oh.
Have you seen anything about that?
Oh.
Seems a bit stranger. It's now being said that Liam Payne had 25 injuries to his body, and it was far too much for the fall alone to create.
Jesus. Okay.
Like,
What the hell's going on?
it's just there's just some strangeness to it. It seems.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird to me that like when you listen to the call, like the hotel were literally like they're worried about the balcony, like about him, worried about his life because of the balcony in there, and then literally like minutes later,
He's suddenly falling off.
suddenly falls off the balcony.
Yeah.
Just kind of weird because it's not like he'd only just started doing it. It's just very bang on, You've been doing it for hours, kind of thing,
Yeah.
Going to sleep, waking back up, going crazy, and going to sleep.
I mean,
waking
did
back
he?
up,
I mean, they did say that like the inside of the room was a fucking pigsty, though. so
yeah.
He could well have been doing all sorts of horrible stuff in there potentially beforehand.
And 3 have been arrested in connection to it. Apparently,
It might be people who were with him partying or something at the
like
time.
that. Yeah, he had a bodyguard.
You think that's probably got to end your career as a bodyguard, right?
Well, just where was it? Full stop.
I mean, yeah, like this is your one job, dude.
Body's taken a long time to release as well. Just talks of hotel staff being involved, with a drug dealer. I might do a bit more of a deep dive into it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
More stuff's been
Good
coming
idea,
out because
good
I saw something even come out more today about it too.
Yeah.
But what I think, it might just be one of them things though, where they kind of just make a story seem a bit more crazy, with people talking about it after.
Than it actually is.
Than it actually is, yeah. I just found that part strange myself, though, just the fact that it was literally they said it and then minutes later it happened.
Yeah.
It's just
bit dodge.
And that though now the 25 injuries.
Are you fuckers? Are these fuckers from fucking Minority Report or something? It's legit.
They said.
Oh, quickly send Tom Cruise. I think Leon Payne's about to jump out of a window.
He just does. It's very it sounds stupid, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It seems kind of weird. And that just the 25 injuries, apparently.
Yeah, that's dodgy.
But they haven't put the autopsy. They haven't released the body yet, so it's there must be. Well, there could be nothing to those injuries, and it just looks weird. Who said there's 25 injuries to his body?
How likely is that, though?
What?
That it's just unrelated.
Yeah. Could he have been getting in fights before or something?
Yeah, I mean,
he was at a kid's place. There's no talk about him getting in fights with anyone.
No.
He was at the gig. He was at that Niall Horns, one of the bandmates. He was at his gig in the day,
right,
and then went back to the hotel. It was only 5 o'clock when he was doing this.
I didn't know that.
And because the gig he was at, I imagine was for younger people, so it must have been in the day or something. Yeah. Or maybe it was just a Sunday one when they do it early. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean they sometimes do daytime stuff in parks and shit, don't they? As well, I don't know.
He was seen dancing with the younger people and that,
and being all happy and shit.
Yeah, probably all drugged up.
Yeah,
because he had all drugs in his system.
That's just to be expected, though, isn't it? He's a fucking pop
star. This bullshit thing, though, as well. I keep hearing everywhere. This is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
That the autopsy is showing that he had the pink cocaine in his body. To
do
stuff.
Yeah. You made that point last time, and I've sort of thought about it more. It's no, he's right, because pink cocaine is just they saying it's a combination of all these different drugs. Well, maybe he just took all those different drugs. Maybe that's all he did. You got no idea.
The thing that I heard first is what I think is right. I heard it as it came out. It was I was watching Piers Morgan, and it broke on Fox, and he said it at the time that what was in his body was amphetamine, diazepam, and cocaine.
Right.
Not pink cocaine.
Cocaine.
So you can't.
And then they went, it's pink cocaine, which is a combination of this and this. It's no, those are the other two drugs that were in his system. On top of cocaine.
Do you know the one thing that is usually the only common thing in pink cocaine? The one drug that's not in there.
What?
Cocaine.
Oh, that's amazing. What a surprise.
There's not
it's a fucking fake version of cocaine.
It's not even seen as cocaine. It's crazy mixtures. It can be different things every time.
Oh, stupid.
With pink food colouring.
Yeah.
It can apparently it's more like
pink cocaine is probably just basically the scrapings of all the other shit with food.
Yeah, it's just it's whatever. I don't even think it's probably even much of a dilly drug. I think it's just one of those things people want to hold on to it because it's a bit, sensational. Yeah. I don't think there's probably even that much to it.
I mean, they were talking on another thing about Trank. It's Trank's this new drug. It's a combination of this and fentanyl. No, it's fentanyl then. It's fentanyl. Stop adding weird names to things. This isn't Cyberpunk 2077. You haven't invented a new drug. It's just fentanyl. Shut up.
Fentanyl is just this. I mean, that's just the one that you don't want, though, and that's the one that just kills everyone.
Well, people have got to the point now where they want fentanyl. They aim for fentanyl because they can get a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of fentanyl, and it'll last them fucking for ages.
Really? Why?
Because if you take a tiny bit of fentanyl, it's the same as having a large amount of heroin.
Oh,
that's the reason why it's a problem, because people take a large amount of fentanyl thinking it's a large amount of heroin.
Right, I see.
So it kills them. Because it's a drug originally designed for elephants.
Oh,
yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
It's a drug. It's a tranquilizer for elephants. That's how strong it is.
Isn't
Because they
ketamine as
designed to
well?
have like a normal like shot of it
Yeah.
for an elephant, and that'll knock an elephant out.
So a small amount of it, yeah,
Will
is enough for an
fucking kill
elephant,
you.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I got So
Yeah.
so they don't need a big amount like with someone.
Because if you
isn't
tried to use
ketamine
the
that?
same stuff that you were using on a human, you'd have to have a syringe like that fucking big on an elephant.
Huh?
If
Oh.
you were, yeah, if you're trying to use a human type
syringe,
syringe, like
Yeah.
like if you were using heroin, for
yeah,
example,
yeah,
as a
yeah.
human,
Oh, I see.
if you put that amount into an elephant, it's going to do fucking nothing. You need a syringe about that size full of heroin
Right,
to get a fucking elephant
right.
off its face.
right. Okay,
right?
so they have a super duper powered
Yes,
one.
they have a
fentanyl.
super powered one, fentanyl, so they
Right.
just go, thump, out you go.
Yeah. Okay. So necessarily fentanyl isn't terrible in regards to drugs, you know.
It's
in
a drug
regards
like
to
any
killing
other.
everyone,
Like
just needs a tiny amount.
like what was the famous quote? I can't remember who the famous quote was by, but there is no such thing as poisons. There are just lethal doses. That's all
Yeah.
there is.
Not wrong, you know.
Yeah.
This.
Everything
You can
has
OD
a
on
lethal
everything.
dose. Everything has a lethal dose.
Yeah.
Water has a lethal dose.
Yeah, you're draining.
Oxygen has a lethal dose.
Mhm. Yeah, it's ODing, isn't it? Essentially.
Yeah.
Poison. I like that. Yeah, because like all drugs as well, like everything you put in your body can kill you if you have too much.
Yeah. THC can kill you, but you would have to literally make the strongest, largest amount of THC possible in the tiniest, most concentrated thing, and then feed it to someone for like 24 hours straight before they died. It's remarkably non-toxic.
Yeah, I think the easiest way, I think it would be a lot easier if you were trying to OD on bud, you would more than likely just choke on the amount of,
You'd fall asleep.
or just more than anything, like
Choke on the food. Yeah.
yeah, it'd be like you'd have to pack your body so much it would just be everything would have to pop.
Yeah.
That's the only way you'd OD, really.
Yeah, realistically. Yeah. It's like people have had those stories where they've, eaten like multiple pot brownies thinking it was just a tray of normal brownies, and they've been high for like 6 days.
Yeah.
Imagine if you did that with like poppy brownies. Oh, look, I've taken too much opium. Tell the kids I love them.
Oh shit! Yeah. That is the great thing about bud. It's like you said, it's just very non-toxic.
Yeah. You can have as much of it as you want, and you'll basically never die.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely OD from nicotine,
Yes, you can. Yeah, yeah.
like with patches and shit. I've
Yeah.
heard about that.
Yeah.
That's the main way I've heard.
It's quite easy to do with the patches as well, because they don't even realise they're doing it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And by the time you've taken the patches off, you've already absorbed too much into your body anyway. You're fucked. It's not good. Do not do that.
I don't
Do
think you
not
it by
take more than
smoking.
the recommended amount of patches.
No. I know somebody that he was a big smoker, and he put like a bunch on and went for a shower, and ended up just like going crazy and fitting in the
Yeah.
shower. Apparently,
Yeah.
he was okay because somebody found him and he was good and all that.
And he'd also probably smoked so much that he built up a decent tolerance, luckily.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's like Rasputin. You know the thing about Rasputin where he used to take a tiny bit of cyanide every day?
I didn't know that.
He literally took a tiny bit of cyanide every day and slowly started increasing it till the point where he would not get killed if someone tried to kill him with cyanide. How fucked is that?
But smart.
Yeah. His
Fair
body
play.
built a tolerance to fucking cyanide.
Just gotta eat apple cores and you can get the same thing.
Yeah.
With
I mean, I
seeds
think-
in it.
Yeah, there was a famous story of a person who liked apple seeds so much they saved them out of their apples for like weeks and just had a bowl full of apple seeds, and they just sat there watching TV, just chowing on handfuls of apple seeds, and they found them the following day just stone cold dead from cyanide
Fucking
poisoning.
hell.
Yeah.
So he didn't do it regularly then, he just did it once. He thought,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
save them.
I always eat the pips out of my apples because I find it delicious. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to save them all up and put them in a bowl and then just eat them. Oh, that would be so good.
God, guys never heard of it. No, guys never watched the Google like top 10 list.
Yeah, I know.
How do you not know that? It's like a basic fact we all know. The
Yeah.
cyanide in apple seeds. Don't be eating them.
Don't be eating apple seeds, bitch.
Listen to your grandparents when they tell you not to eat the apple seeds.
Yeah.
They don't tell you why because they don't probably know why.
No.
But I remember my nan telling me. And she definitely didn't know anything about
Yeah, they
cyanide.
just said don't do it because an apple will grow in your stomach.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Because that was the
Yeah.
only thing they could tell a kid that they'll believe. Because if you tell them, oh, it's actually got a poisonous substance in it that will kill you, the kid will never eat an apple again.
Yeah. Because you do imagine an apple must have trace amount as well, rather than just the seeds.
I mean, probably trace amounts, yeah.
Because, I suppose the cyanide might go into the seed to create a new one. Maybe
I don't-
cyanide
Yeah.
is actually one of those drugs that creates life
Wow.
and also takes it.
Yeah.
It's like a base life thing.
Yeah.
Food is actually base life cyanide. We don't realise this.
It's like the substance.
That's why I don't like food. My body's like, why would I want to eat cyanide, you idiot? I'm like, yeah, you know what? Body, you're right.
Yeah.
God, I'm going to listen to your body.
We've been going for 3 hours.
Really?
Apparently.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's end then for this.
Should we? Yeah.
Yeah, we end for this.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to go or anything. We end for this.
Yeah.
All right, then. You know, I can't fucking do what you click the thing.
Right.
This time.
So yeah. So that's been Squishy Logic again for this week. A bit more of a sort of a rambly one this time. 'cause
Well,
there's
yeah.
been- so there's been a lot to talk about.
And I literally wouldn't be able to do a story right now.
No.
Because if anyone had jumped in halfway through or anything, I'd be blind.
Yeah. He can't see anything past his own face.
They're not that bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this before we go. I would mention all this because I was thinking about this like centuries ago. I would literally be disabled, surely.
You wouldn't be able to do much.
Because I mean, I can do shit.
But
you know?
yeah, you can do stuff that's close up.
I think I'm very good at because I've learned to relax my head because of my headaches and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm shocked I haven't had a headache.
That's quite impressive.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I'm always relaxing my head anyway. I'm purposely not focusing on shit. I'm just letting the blobs be there.
Blobs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let them blob.
I don't know how I'm going to parent tomorrow.
No, that's
I might not be able to go do things. I
Hope-
don't know how I'm
Well,
going to
you'll
do
have
it.
to see if you can get the when did the contacts arrive?
That's a good point, actually.
Because if they arrive in time, you're all right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know.
Or we can do like a later time going out and do things because it's
Yeah.
not. There's a one by their house, which
Oh,
is
that's all
good.
right, then that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bad.
I might be able to go and do that with them, and then
Yeah.
it's also by the bar that I need to go to, to have the gig in.
Oh, right. So 2 in 1.
I could do one, two, two, and one. Take the kids up as well. So I can be like, look, I'm a good parent.
Yeah.
I could be trusted.
Yeah.
Give me your number so I don't have to fucking come down here to speak to you every time.
Yeah.
It'll be so much easier.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's been Squishy Logic for this week. Thanks very much for joining us. I can see some people have apparently just joined on Rumble. If that's true, you can go back and listen to the whole thing. We've been rambling about everything. The podcast has been going for 3 hours.
What?
So,
Clicked my shoulder.
A monster size one for you, ladies and gentlemen. He's just clicked his shoulder, so we now have to leave because looks like his shoulder's done something strange.
Oh, we just clicked it. He does it all the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
All right.
Stuff pops out, pop back in. I didn't even feel it. It definitely
Yeah.
just. Yeah, I mean that's what
You
happened.
like
It didn't
Riggs and
just
Lethal
click.
Weapon. That's how you get out of a straitjacket.
Huh?
You know Riggs?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, Mel Gibson's character.
Well, I prefer
In
the
Lethal
TV
Weapon, I think
series.
it's Lethal Weapon 2.
Right.
He dislocates his shoulder intentionally to get out of the straitjacket.
What
He
a
does
man.
it at the start of the film just to prove that he can. And then later on in the
Yeah,
film,
yeah,
someone puts him in a
yeah.
straitjacket and throws him in the water. And he's
Foreshadowing.
yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it, man.
That's how you do it.
And then he keeps his mullet the whole time. That's the real shock.
That's right. Yeah. Even when he comes out the water, mullet is perfect.
You'd think that would get caught in a straitjacket or something. Something would happen, but no.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
Anyway, until next time, that's been Squishy Logic. You can always find my stuff, as always. It's Dead Man Dancing on YouTube. You can find Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse available basically wherever you get your podcasts. Go check that out.
Oh, the sexy places.
All the sexy places.
Well, if it's not on the place, then that place doesn't deserve to have it.
That's true. Expect me to be...
Apart from the places that have got KD Comedy Podcasts, I
Yeah.
suppose, because that's on a few more, because I played for it.
That's true. Expect me to be on more comedy lineups potentially following.
Yeah, you popped your cherry.
I popped the second cherry.
Well, yeah.
Going to the Hollybush the other day after the podcast, I did actually go on stage and do a little bit. Completely unplanned stuff. Some of it actually got a little bit of a laugh, so I'm happy with that.
You seem very comfortable, as I said. I was the MC and you jumped on. You seemed very comfortable. Your showmanship and the way like you do it came out straight away.
Yeah.
And you definitely got laughs. Yeah, that's the point because of how we like, you put the sometimes, you can say anything if you say it the right way. Anyway.
Yeah, that's it. And once you get to a certain point, you realise that you can basically force something to be a laugh.
Yeah, you can.
Like while you're going along. Like the bicycle bit, I was like, I'm gonna make them laugh at this bit.
Oh yeah, that was you did some good physical comedy and some accents, man. That shit hits.
Yeah.
Like the accents, you definitely should rely on more. Well, not rely on them, but pull them out more.
Definitely use them.
I remember you didn't like to use them at one point.
I tried to avoid it. The thing
You
is,
felt like it was cheap.
I don't want it to be just, oh, look at me doing the impressions. I want there to be a reason why the accent's used.
Yeah,
if I'm talking about someone with the accent, it's fine to use that.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Rather than just relying on it, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
But considering you're somebody that's like put the effort in though to learn that accent to be good at them, you should definitely use them.
You should definitely, it's a talent.
And then when you do, I remember what you were doing now with the
bicycle.
bike
You're
thing.
standing up straight. This is exactly the most efficient way to ride a bicycle.
I remember you going across the stage doing it. That was what I liked.
Yeah. So there we go. I'll be back on stage, and there's all the podcasts available on this very channel right
And
here.
I will get on whatever stage will let me, which still to this day continues to just be the Harley Bush.
So we'll find more.
You'll get on more. I don't know when I will.
Yeah.
Mine will be outside of like the Midlands again. I get on places outside the Midlands. It's just hard to get out there at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback on someone you go outside the Midlands. Actually,
Yeah. When I start doing some of the stuff in Oxfordshire and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a passport, do something in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Anyway, then.
Until next time.
Little diddle, suck on my diddle. That's not very logical, but it is squidgy. Diddle.
So always be always be logical and always be squishy
and be more logical than me.
Yeah. Not hard.
It's not. Thank you.
Anyway.
I can't see.